Good afternoon, everyone. Sorry about the delay. I had to do a few things. I thought I was okay. And that was the time I was like, shit, I should go on the live real quick and let them know. At least for her small amount of dry food. What? What did I miss? Oh, wow. Ooh, look at the conversation that was happening while I was gone. A minute late in generalization, Esteban. Dogs, man. They have no respect for clocks. Yes, we're here for that, Esteban. You're gonna be here the whole time. So I can't do automatic feeder. I would have fat dogs. I would have fat critters. They would be overweight. I don't believe in automatic feeders as a rule unless you are someone who is not going to be home all the time. And that's the God's honest on that one. But I will tell you guys, I've already decided I will be making videos about animals. Can't argue about the dogs. They are priorities. My animals are my priorities. Everyone knows that. So, let us review, guys. As you know, today is the 10th day in Mermaid. So, we are going to look over all the different ones we've done so far. Well, I've done so far. And today is going to be Vibe. So, it's a good thing I have you all to help me brainstorm, because the fuck am I going to do about Vibe? So, day 1, which was Workers. Day 2, Siren. Day 3, which we all did together, Glossy. Ignore my nails and how busted they are. I just have ignored them this week. Then we had day 4, obviously May the 4th, Star Wars Day. I took your advice. I forgot who said it, but someone said, just do the TIE Fighter thinking and the mermaid saving Luke. So I did as lazy a version of that as possible. The least amount of fan art I could finagle. Hi, Mitchell Pope. Was it Pope? Yeah. No. Mitchell Pape. Or Pape? Hopefully I said it one way right. And before anyone comes for me about the Raw thing, no. Number 1, Raw is one of the best. Listen, before we get into anything else, your girl's gonna spit off about animal nutrition today, okay? Because there are very few people in this whole entire planet that really understand pet nutrition. And I'm no expert, but I understand it. Let me go through this first, and then I'm gonna continue with that. Then this was Symbiotic. And I did a whatchamacallit. I did a anglerfish female with her little male for life, because they live as symbiotic. This was Doodle, so I did a little baby mermaid doodling. This was Ghostly, so I did a ghostly spectre as she rises from a shipwreck. As everyone here knows, I do not like Mother's Day because, 1, I can't be a mom, and 2, I lost my mom, so I did a very, I guess you could say, I don't know how to use the word. Either way, conflicted. I did a one that made me feel very conflicted. You say paper, pepe, pepe, pepe. Anyways. Hi, husband. I guess this means you are on the way home, sir. If you are, or you're just getting off of lunch, which is it? Whatchamacallit, though? I had a lot of folks reach out to me or say very sweet things that day. I have a lot of very close friends that just say oh, so you're not out. Okay, good. How long do you got today, sir? Do you know? Are we looking at a long day? Not that I complain if you did. But anyway, so Mother's Day is always a hard one for me, but that was that one. And then this one was Sea Life. This one came out yesterday, and I did a really cool thing last week, guys. Honestly, right after I got off the computer with you guys, I went and I did these all at once. He texts. No. If he said he's not, and he always parks, he knows I'll kill him if he texts and drives. I'm really anal about that. I don't like it at all. Oh, and before anyone asks, I know someone's gonna notice. No, the dogs didn't do this. No, my husband's not abusive. I had to clip my dad's cat's claws. And Johnny told me exactly how he felt about the process. There are many, many weeks I've done it, and he is no problem. But this weekend, Johnny wanted to state his authority. Now, here's the thing: at the end of the day, his claws still got fucking clipped. So one way or another, it got done. So I don't know why he did what he did, but I guess he had to throw hands first. But so you don't have a cat hammock? No, not yet, at least. But yeah, before we go, no, not a Johnny Depp and Amber Heard situation, no. But anyways, before we go any further and we do vibe, because I'm gonna ask for a poll on that one. Let me tell you something about pet nutrition. Hi, Toasty. Pet nutrition. Nearly everything you're told by a vet. Nearly everything you're told. Hi, Shellraiser. Is a fucking lie. Okay. I was told by veterinarians that cats and dogs had evolved past being able to eat raw meat, and I'm like, no, the fuck they haven't. Evolution in the organ processing does not happen over 100-year phase. No. See, because in the early 1900s, dogs and cats were still eating raw meat just fine. It wasn't until whatchamacallit. Yeah, maybe not your vet's office, but Actor 40, I will tell you, no matter where you go in the world, that's very rare. That's how I know you're a special case in this one, but many vets will tell you that dogs and cats can't because it'll get them sick, even though they literally have the operating systems to do it. What goes on when it comes to food for pets, and sorry, that is my job. We're all flutter. We had a very good week here. And here's what I will tell you. If you use Eukanuba, if you use Purina, if you use Royal Canidae, if you use Pedigree, if you use any of those brands, I highly recommend you take the time right now to go look at the ingredients in your pet's food. And I want you to imagine what the label says. The front of the label will say something like either chicken or it'll say pork or whatever, what have you. And then Slack should be. Oh, you can hear. Oh, Slack. Never mind. Feeding raw. No. So here's what I will tell you. Go and look at your pet's ingredients, and if you see corn gluten, soy gluten, byproduct, fat concentrate, meal, animal meal, anything like that in the first 5 ingredients specifically, or honestly anywhere. Hi Maria, hi Tuba. You are literally paying for the less than quality McDonald's version of pet food. No animal should be eating corn except for very small varieties. Dogs and cats were not developed to eat corn. As a rule, it does not process through them. As a matter of fact, many of the illnesses and allergies you see in dogs and cats today, whether it be skin issues, swelling issues, behavioral issues, teeth issues, and neurological issues, can be stemmed to the overabundance of corn in their diets. And when I tell you I am going to go on a fucking rant about this on videos, I am going to go on a fucking rant because my first 3 cats died all at the age of 11, all with organ failure, all with missing teeth, all heavily overweight. And Zorro, for the love of God. I don't know if you guys could hear him yowling in the background, but that was my cat Zorro, the old one, making it known he wants to listen to me. And a lot of people get very mad at me, and I'm imagining people get mad at me right now because I've seen several people log off in the live. You have no idea how much of the veterinary industry and pet food industry are intertwined. How many veterinary hospitals are owned and trained by Purina and Pedigree. The same food places that that make profit. Like Science Diet? Yeah, go ahead. Read the ingredients of Science Diet next time you go up to those expensive little bags. And you'll see that the entire label on Science Diet is bullshit. All of it. It is not good. My dogs and my cats, they've all gotten raw chicken and raw meat for years. My dogs get raw eggs every morning. Do you know my vets, the same vets that tell me that dogs shouldn't be on a raw diet? They compliment the health and beauty of my dogs. I hear people all the time compliment how good Orion looks, how his fur looks like metal, it's so shiny. Take a guess why. I may not look like I understand nutrition and health, but let me tell you, I understand it more than most. I eat relatively healthy. I don't eat out junk food, and I have the same exact idea for my pets. Exactly. Here's what After 40 said. Hold on, I'm going to put this up on the screen. It's so damn good. Here we go. The label on my cat's dry food: freshly deboned chicken, duck, salmon, trout, eggs, sweet potato, chicken liver, salmon oil, cranberry, acai, or acai, whatever the hell you say, and a few others, of which are real food. The first 5 ingredients are the most important. Here's why. Just like in human food, the first 5 ingredients are the majority of what is in that food. So you're seeing right there, hi Moon! You're seeing right there, chicken, duck, salmon, trout, and eggs. Those are the first ingredients. That's the most of what your cat is getting. You've got chicken liver. Corn is horrible for cats, Tuba. Cats are obligate carnivores. They're not supposed to be eating anything that isn't meat. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to do that, Moon. Thank you, Maria. And when I tell you guys, when I tell you, what pisses me off about the pet food industry is the only reason Zorro has fucked up teeth is because for the first few years of his life, I gave him Purina because I thought I was doing good. And now I notice as he's getting older, his teeth are getting super fucked up and his bones are not as strong. Besides, depends on the plant fiber, but they don't properly digest plants at all. Yeah, no, they should not be. The only time they have any kind of plant fiber in them. So the reason why you see any vegetables or plants in cat food at all, it's meant to replicate the animals they eat whole. Yes, it is getting fucking expensive under Joe Biden. Absolutely, Esteban. Let me tell you. Boy, this shit's getting expensive. But I will tell you right now, guys, and I'm gonna say this, I'm not guilting anyone. Vivi Bluster, my fur baby gets nothing but proper meat, and yes, we live for this, Vivi. Here's what I will tell you guys, and I'm not joking when I say this. I have foregone buying groceries for my husband and I at the house to make sure that I have not gone down in what I've given my pets in the last few months. I have bought less food for the house and cheaper food for the house because my pet's diet, my dad cooks every weekend, so we live off the leftovers a lot. We're Italian, we make a shit ton of food. But when it comes to pet food, I refuse to sacrifice. My cat eats the dog's fur. Listen, they don't know all that well. I prefer to have my dog's food cooked if I add anything with its dry food. That's the thing, though. You do get rid of a lot of nutrition in a Captain Fluffy Paws. So if you do that, it's not a problem. But make sure you add in a lot of things. Like, for instance, cats require taurine. Taurine, I can't remember how exactly to say it, but that is something they get out of the bone marrow and the organs of animals that they eat. So if they don't get that in their food, their bones actually deteriorate. That's one of the reasons why cats have to have certain things. If you don't give them enough of it, it's not good. It's no bueno. And that's why I'm just like, can you do finger painting with your feet? I think it requires fingers to do finger painting. And I don't consider toes fingers, so that's a new. But yeah, guys, I'm very Starson, you need to give me some money saving tips. Let me tell you something. I'm going to do a whole ass video series. I'm not joking, dude. I've been talking to 2 of my YouTuber friends that don't do anything about pets, and both girls are like, yes, we need to do things about pets. Like, I'm ready. I was told by the vet it's a natural way to help keep them clear of parasites. Yes. I love it. I love it. What about booby painting? I think that'd be called nipple painting. But anyways, guys, now that I've gone off on my tangent, all I'm saying is if you own pets, there are affordable ways to do it. There are great ways that you can give your pets a really good diet. If I can do it, anyone can do it. And I've been doing it now for years, regardless of my financial situation. So that's why I'm saying it's not impossible. You just have to read the ingredients, read the labels, follow sales, follow discounts, and be frugal. Because the thing is, a lot of folks your pets need a ton of food. Orion only gets 2 cups of food a day. He's 110 pounds, but what I give him is packed with protein. So he's never starving. And if he can have that, I promise you, I'm going to do a whole thing about it. Feed your pets to each other. You know what, Bubblito? You on my nerves today. All right. So, guys, now that I've gone off on my tangent and I've bitched enough, let's do the what we all came here to do today. If you're in the States, sometimes you find a butcher. Yes. Mexican meat markets are actually fantastic for offal. Offal for my fellow Americans is organs. So hearts, livers, lung, the stomachs, feet. Get your dogs. If you guys have cats, you have dogs, get a dehydrator and get cleaned, skinned, and the claws taken off of chicken feet and duck feet. They're gonna love it. Serenity, today we're on the prompt vibe. So now that I have had my vibe of anger about pet food, I'm ready. I've gotten it out for the moment. I've gotten it out. We got a lot to go over today. I'm waiting for when the nephew sends me the message that he's even awake, because half the time he's not. So we're thinking vibe. Now, my rules for whatchamacallit. My rules when it comes to mermaid is we want to keep it not complicated. It has to be what would seemingly make natural sense in the ocean, okay? Edie, I loved your gifts. And frankly, I was a little turned on. But what we're looking at right now, guys, is for vibe. Here's the stipulations of what I keep my thing under. We're vibing, but it's got to be ocean related in some way. And okay, so she's dancing. What is she dancing to? Are we having a Conch headphones? I like this. Okay, we are on the right path. So is it 2 mermaids? Is it 1 mermaid? So we have a sumix. I did not say somix. I said stomachs. His pelvic thrust and the female face. Disco salsa. Okay, so all right. So we have a mermaid, and she's gonna be vibing with Conch headphones. I like this idea. Who did the Conch headphones idea? After 40. I like the way you do it, kids. Hey there, Sean. An oyster DJ. I'm gonna have to think about that one. Headbanging mermaids. Okay, so she's gonna be headbanging too. Okay, so we've got this now. I think we've got the vibe going. We've got that vibe going. So now, as everyone sees the comic books that I read, let's see. Let's get the conch looking right. Just conch. Any old conch will do. Oh, look how cute with the little snail in it, guys. I like that conch. All right, let's see. We want to find the right conch for these earphones. I think that'll do. You're still pronouncing the word wrong. I am not! You're pronouncing the word wrong. Stomach is not sumic. Liar. Or is it somic? Whatever you said, it was not it. Oh, more like oyster turntables. Pepe as a mermaid. That is not a vibe, Bublito. And also, that would be considered fan art. No. So, for the mothers in the group, how was your Mother's Day? It is a vibe. No, it is not a vibe. Pepe is a whole vibe. To the birthing, yeah, the birthing people. Ooh, the magic conch shell, yeah. Speaking of, has anyone seen? I might at some point in the stream put the dogs in the crate and show you all a little somebody who here has been paying attention to my YouTubes and my community page. Awesome. Got to do the first walkthrough of my new home. Yes, Serenity. We love that. Congrats on a new house. Gosh, that is amazing. Yes, after 40. Yes, my baby Sinbad. He's so cute. What a lion. Oh, you are adorable too. I know. You're going to stand up and say hi to everybody? Hold on. So they know that you're here. I know. Oh, yes. Yes, because I'm mad at you because you bit my hand earlier instead of the toy. Like you're trying to do now. You want this? You gotta get down. You gotta get down. Hey, go get it. Go get it. Yes, congrats on owning a home. I just want to point out that I won the kitty's name contest. When did you say Sinbad? You never said Sinbad. I need proof. I need proof of this. I did not see you say it at all. I was sitting there, I was sitting up and I was like, I like an S name. Because I wanted to do Ramil. I wanted to do Ramil bad. Then I wanted to do Caspian. But Caspian is really hard. I didn't name it Bublito. It doesn't count if I don't agree to it and you not naming my damn cat Bublito. It's as bad as naming it You Skip Me. What Matthew wanted to name the poor thing. He's out here trying to name the poor little guy something so stupid. Not in this establishment. Dogs always want to be the star of the show. Orion does. Greta's not so much. Greta's actually really laid back in that way. She just doesn't want to be ignored by me and my husband. She hates the idea of sitting there and nobody talks to her or anything. So she'll start whining. Orion just wants to be involved in everything. What did he want him? He wanted me to name him Bublito. I'm sorry, but Bublito, Moon is your sister because Moon is my child too. I'm gonna name. No, don't go with Gooey or Ross. I told you, Astaire is a better choice. What was the name that Matthew came up with? He wanted me to name him. Oh God. Harry Potter's or Duke Meowington. Some dumbass thing like that. And I told him that was not happening in this world. He needs to find a new wife if that's what he wants, because that's not happening. It's not a stare, a stare. Hey, I based off of what you wanted. You're just being judgmental on poor Astaire. Duke Meowington. Yeah, that's like something like that. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not fucking doing that. That is not in the cards, sir. He's like, come on, you know it's cute. I'm like, no, it's not cute. I don't like that. And I was telling Edie about it. I'm very finicky about. I just don't think Fred Astaire is right for him, though. Fine, Mr. Meowgie. I always can rely on Moon. That's why you're my favorite child, Moon. That's right, Bublito. I said it. Putting my home office in the basement was a great idea. Putting my desk right next to the window where the sun shines through half the day is slowly baking me alive. Not a great idea. No, I love that with the room that I'm in, you don't get a lot of sunlight like that. But I do know that when I build an office outside, I'm gonna need sunlight because for art, it's just gonna make the most sense. Even if, like you said, Bublito, it's gonna bake my ass. Also, by the way, guys, if you want to help support me, don't forget to go check out, and you want to help support me, you want to help domestic abuse victims, and you maybe just want some really cool shirts to commemorate this ridiculous trial, make sure you head on over to No System, because we've got some really awesome pro Johnny Depp shirts in honor of this trial. I kind of want some of them. I was commenting on one of the community posts for a few days for the kitten's name, and then I forgot. I feel your pain because the sun doesn't go away to the next. Oh, that's right. You're in an area that does that shit. Oh, Moon can be a favorite child. Putting myself up for adoption. Listen, you think I'm a tough mom? Edie's tougher. Let me see. My nose is getting stuffy. Hold on. Trying to get the pump up. There we go. Barely any, but it'll do. I can't find this anywhere, but the shit is so good, guys. She is pretty scary. She's terrifying. Have you not seen her kitchen and her living room? We know what she grows. We know the crowds she walks with. She likes Choco better. Hey, say what now? I don't know. Nikki's even tougher than Edie. Hey, I told you I'm just helping him reach his dream of putting on the back of Coca-Cola. I'm waiting for a room for 30 minutes. What room? Bub, that's the old one, honey. You need a new invite every time. You went into a room that is empty, sir. Hold on. Oh, Bublito. You're supposed to be the techie in this situation. Here, hold on. I've been waiting in the room for 30 minutes. I should have kept you waiting. Lord. I knew that. No, you didn't. For once, I am on top. Oh, look, there he is. Is that any way you talk to your mother?
You're not my mother anymore.
Oh, I see how it is. My children are the one that gets the status of being the overlords.
That's
what I thought. You like the Overlord status too much.
Yeah, for what it does. Sure.
Yeah, right? So, do detail what happened in Gothic's stream yesterday, because I was definitely not paying attention.
Oh, the atheist guy?
Apparently, like, after reading what you guys wrote, like, I had stuff to do for No System yesterday, so I was like, tell me more.
Oh, well, he was just going off in chat about religion being a form of doctrine and stuff like that, that you can find happiness even though you're not a Christian and stuff like that, which, yeah, true.
Yeah.
But you don't have to shove it down people's throat, especially on a, um, I don't want to say Christian stream, but
I mean, I
sorta.
doubt Gothics would hate if you said that. But the thing is, anything is a doctrine.
Yeah.
Like, anything.
Well, yeah.
Anything that you believe in, including atheism, is a doctrine. It's just a form of beliefs or morals that you follow based on, how you see the world. Everyone has the right to theirs, and what I get a really big kick out of is people that flip out over religion. Like, I personally find anyone that believes in Scientology to be insane. I personally don't like, I find anyone who
Because it is insane.
it is insane. If let me put it this way: if you are a vegan, no offense to my vegan followers, but if you're like one of those acorn PETA vegans who believes that you should light research facilities on fire, I don't vibe with you. If you are a flat earther, please seek help. If you are like a Scientologist, please seek help. And this is my point, but you know what? I don't go around flipping out at people over it, and I genuinely do not vibe with those things. So I don't get it. I don't get why you'd be that mad. You know?
Yep. Wait, let me show you something.
Uh-oh.
Where is it? Source. Is it this one? No, it's not.
I don't know. I don't know what you're doing.
I'm doing
Yeah, right?
something.
First time I met Bublito on Gothic's streams, I definitely thought he was like some like 40-year-old dude that was like from Chicago, the way he talked to me.
Wait, what?
Yeah. You were such
I'm
a pain in the
offended.
ass. I figured that's the only person you could be.
There. Accept the screen sharing.
Hold on.
This is actually the shape of the Earth. So,
Oh, wow, guys. It's a velociraptor.
so as you can see, it's not flat and it's not round either.
Antarctica is awful pointy.
Yeah. Oh, there's a kitty.
You just noticed her now?
Yes.
Oh no, Penny, calm down. It's okay. I know life is hard.
Ow.
How do you handle it? Yeah. I know, but everyone wants to see you until we can bring out Sinbad. Everyone wants to see my Penny, Penny, Penny. I know.
Ow.
And everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, you're a torture cat." No, this is Penny's like normal mode. She yells this much with or without. That's not her angry. She's just talking.
She's a brat.
Major brat.
It's fitting for you.
Well, I take on all the ones that everyone else can't handle, hence why I have you.
Yeah, fair enough. This is basically like daycare for me.
With Penny I got because she was stuffed into a soda machine. So,
What?
yep. So if you all want to hear that little adorable creature, she is going to be 7 years old. Let me see. Yep, she's going to be 7 years old. As a matter of fact, in about a week, she'll be 7 years old. So Penny was found on June 21st at the market near my house, the one I'm at now. It wasn't near my house then. My neighbor was working at that market, and it was under construction. The head of the company, the headquarters for the company is in my town. So all of the markets in the chain get updated fairly regularly here. So this one was under a major overhaul, and outside they had several soda machines. And they could hear, as you see, she's got a set of lungs on her. They could hear screaming coming from one of the soda machines. And they couldn't figure out why. Well, they went in, and it was one of those gravity drop ones. So you know how like it comes over and then it goes plop and it
Yeah.
hits. Well, that's where they had stuffed her. So if someone had gotten a soda, the soda would have slammed on her and possibly
Oh
killed her.
no.
She was only like 3 weeks old. And
Fucking hell.
they called me and they were like, "Listen, we have nowhere else to bring her. Can you take her in?" And I'm like, "God almighty." Now, mind you, at this point, I had 4 cats. Let me count. I had
Crazy
Zorro,
cat lady over there.
Daisy. Well, I came to North Carolina with 2 cats. I now have double digits, so Um, let me see. I had Zorro, I had Daisy, I had Aria, I had Nova. Yes, I only have 4 cats at the time, and it was my like a couple days for my birthday. My birthday is June 26th, and I was up late. I was at that time I was never up that late because I was worked in the morning. And Matt was at work because he used to work overnight, and I'm like, how am I going to lie to him about this cat? Because I didn't take her in. I didn't find her, but I also didn't say no. So I told him, which, as all of you know now, is very feasible with me. I was like, I was outside and I heard meowing, and I found this kitten. And when I tell you guys, Penny was the cutest fucking kitten. Are you ready for how tiny she was? Hold on. I'm going to show you how tiny Penny was. So that's
What the
Penny now.
fuck is that pattern?
It's so that way nobody can get it.
Can't you just make a simple line like every normal
No,
person?
there is a very real reason why I did that. She's not watching the stream,
Jeez.
but my best friend has a habit of going on and sneaking on my phone if it's able to get unlocked easily. I don't favor that. So she'll go and read through anything, whether it's a conversation she's supposed to read or not. And she would do that while I'm driving, and then she would start a fight sometimes if she was in a bad mood. So, as a result, I put on a very complicated lock because she has nerve damage in her hands and she isn't good at memory. And so I made sure that bitch couldn't get in. She got very mad at me, but she eventually stopped because she knew that if she ever figured it out, I would just keep changing it to more and more complicated.
What is more complicated? You've got like 40 lines in there.
Hey, you know what? She'll never
Jesus.
memorize it.
I mean,
She doesn't even remember how to get to my house, so it's perfect.
she
And my
she
house is a
deserves
straight
she
line.
deserves getting into your phone if she's able to memorize that. Jeez.
Nope. I'm trying to get there because I gotta go through like hundreds of art pieces first. Here we go. We're getting there. We're almost there.
Yeah, by the way, you showed your naked pictures.
These are all Instagram. So if they're naked, everyone can see them.
No.
Let's see. Come on. This is how I used to when I first started using Instagram, everyone was like, just use it like everyone else does. And I'm like, I don't know how everyone else uses it. And they were like, well, people post selfies. And I'm like, but I already do that on Facebook. Why do I gotta do it on Instagram?
You know what's
Like,
funny? I just saw what After 40 said. You should see the password for my parent controls on my kid's phone.
hey, I don't
We
blame you.
wait. We have one for the TV and internet. The password is literally 0001.
And the kids don't get it?
They're both overthinkers. So they're trying a bunch of things, but they're never going to guess
Well, that's
that.
Greta when she was a puppy, guys. That's Greta.
Oh,
Oh,
that's a
here it
little
is. Here's the
baby.
photos. So, right there, that little speck of gray was Penny when we
Oh,
found her. She was not much younger than what Sinbad is now. Like Sinbad is maybe like 8 weeks old, and Penny was like easily 3 or 4 weeks old. She was a baby. And someone said, is that Zorro? Let me see. What photo did I have? Like this one. This is one of the cutest photos of Zorro. This was when he was fucking with me while I was cleaning out the bedroom. I dragged all the clothes down. I was cleaning out my bedroom back in my apartment. And he was fucking with the socks. And I was like, what you doing? And so I threw a sock over his face. And I got the most adorable little Listen, guys, if you want to see adorable photos, I have a shat ton of photos on my Instagram. You just have to scroll all the way down. And you'll find so many photos. Just look how cute my babies were. And it's just, that's what I utilized it for. So I've got 5 billion photos of my animals on there. Oh, and you can even see my dad's Patriots room if you go in there. He has that in his attic, although he doesn't go in it anymore since my mom passed away.
Tom Brady. Ugh.
But yeah, this was when sometimes we'd let Greta get up with us in the morning. See, I will say, when we had just Greta, owning a dog was fucking easy. Because Greta, we could let her out of the crate in the morning. She would come and lay with us in bed. And then all I'd do is I'd walk outside. I'd say, go pee. She would literally go and pee on command. I'd say, go poop. She would go and poop on command. And we'd walk right back into the room and we'd all snuggle together. And it was fantastic. Then Orion came along. And when I tell you, oof. Orion just is a fucking oof. I love him, but
No worries, just oof.
like, look, this is how confident she used to be. She used to run around and play. Hi, big boy. You heard me cursing your name? Oh, the baby. Oh.
Shut up, Popper. Shut up, Popper.
Oh God. Oh God. I don't know. I can't angle it properly.
Hello.
I know. I know. Life's so difficult. Are you happy now? You heard me saying your name several times. I know. Oh, thank you. Thank you. But yes, so if you go through my Instagram, guys, if you're bored and you really want to see just how lame Starson was before everything else, this is back when I was just a furniture salesperson. Although I gotta say, this is one of my favorite photos of me of all time. My hair was perfect in these photos. But anyways, so with Penny, when they gave her to me, she literally I had to lie straight through my teeth. It caused fights. Like, friends stopped talking to me when I took on cat number 5. Like, I forgot who exactly I was talking to. It was somebody that commented on my post of Sinbad, and they were like, "Why are you apologizing about posting cat photos?" I'm like, I've never gotten more hate in my life than the fact that I rescue cats.
Wait,
Out of
why?
everything, really, there is nothing in my life I've gotten more hatred for than my animals. Not me being overweight, not me being bisexual, not me being Republican, not me being fat. Nothing has made people more mad at me than owning animals. I've had people tell me that I've got to get rid of all of them. I've had people tell me that if I keep them, I'll never be able to have children. I've been told that if I keep them, that I'm torturing my husband and I'm a bad wife. When I tell you, I could make a whole fucking video just on people ratting on me.
Oh yeah, Maddie looks very abused.
Yeah, right? Like, he's just in a horrible life. How
Oh
many
yeah.
times have I posted of him and the animals sleeping on the couch while I'm the one doing all the work? God almighty. But I heard it, especially because, and I don't know how many of you know this. I don't really talk about it all that much. But Matt and I were almost homeless in 2019 because of the animals. We got evicted because, I mean, look, in the apartment complex's defense, we were only supposed to have 2, and we had, let's see, 2 dogs and 6 cats. So we were a little over the limit. Slightly. And the problem was that they kind of knew. Like, we knew they knew, because so on my lease, it said I only had 2 cats, which is Zorro and Daisy. But I had to go to the office to pick up my bark box back when I earned enough to get it. And I literally tell them, hey, I need to get my dogs treats. And they're like, oh, cool. They saw me walking my dog. I had to report neighbors for throwing broken glass in the back because it sliced my dog's paws. and they're like, "We didn't even know you had a canine." Bitch, what?
Hey, you remember
What?
when you asked me about what happened on God's Extreme?
Oh yes. Did you've been searching through the timestamps all this time, haven't you?
No,
But
no, no. I'm just saying.
I remember. I'm waiting.
Okay. Well, you went on another tangent, so you know.
Oh, it's almost like it's my stream.
Oh yeah. Wait, is it? I thought this was Leon's second stream.
Listen, Leon apparently is a sweep. Usually when he knows it's around noon, he tells me to send him the
Well, yeah, he's working on two different streams. No wonder he's tired. Jeez.
Is he streaming right now?
I'm talking about your stream, dumbest.
Oh, whatever. Bite my ass and call it love. So what do you think, guys? This a
Yeah,
vibe?
I can't open my mouth that wide. Sorry.
Well, I know it's a very tempting, but I'm your mother, so you can't do that kind of thing.
Sweet home Alabama.
I had my worst years 2017, 2018, 2019, and it wasn't for the grace of the landlord. You know what, Caleb? I'm in the same boat. So in 2016, I got broken into twice. In 2017 and 2018 was I won't go into details, very emotional years, but had nothing I thought I could recover from it. And then in 2019 was the culmination. 2019 was the worst. Everything went wrong. And when I tell you everything, I lost my store because of cutbacks at my company. My husband and I lost a lot of money as a result. I work only 1 day a week. We got the eviction notice again. When I moved into this house, the water broke, so I had no water for months. My mother passed away. Brandon passed away. Axel almost died. And that's just what I can remember off the top of my head. Go ahead, Bubblito. Loud ass Italian. I will mute you, sir.
I'll do it for you.
He's so funny.
I know.
So go ahead instead of
Well,
waiting.
I'm trying to speak. Shut your mouth. Jesus. Okay, I'm done.
I did shut my mouth. No
No.
joke. My parents had people getting at them.
See, you're still talking.
I'm not talking. I'm reading.
Oh.
There you go, Allison. There you go. But go on, Bubblito. Tell us a story.
I don't wanna.
Why? Because you want to be a pain in the ass, or because you want me to beg?
Both.
Well, you're only gonna get one of them. I'll let you take a guess which.
What were my options again?
Tell the story.
Oh, but basically, Gothix invited him to a phone call. And the moment she picked up, he just went off. Like, your people, referring to the people on the stream, not black people, thanks God.
I would have taken the opportunity to be like, your people. I would have immediately launched onto that.
Well, you can see Gothic's eyes just widen a little when he said that, and it's like, buddy, calm down.
Take a breath.
But yeah, like he just went off and started screaming, yelling, and Gothix was trying to put two words together, and he was just going off nonstop. And eventually, she just gave up and started smiling. And he was still looking at the stream, and he goes, "And you are inciting them to harass me with your smiling and your whatever." And dude was going off.
Oh boy, waited his whole life for that moment. No one ever listened to him up until then.
It got so bad that even Saul got involved in the chat. He was like, "Who the fuck
Saul
is
got
this
pissed
clown?"
too? Oh shit.
Saul, yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, I mispronounced his name. Yeah, Saul got involved, and he was in chat like, "Who the fuck is this clown?"
Yeah, like here's the thing, Saul. I have learned very quickly from I have never gotten to actually meet Saul. Like I've known Vanessa for so long, but her entire relationship with him technically developed while I've moved here to North Carolina. So I only know him, by this whole distance thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I will tell you, I will never fuck with Saul. He is the definition of carry a big stick quietly. Like I
So what you're saying, he's got a big dick. This is what you're
No,
saying.
I'm saying he gonna beat your ass.
Oh, with his big dick. Got it.
God almighty. Listen, how about this? You say that next time he's in chat.
I will.
Mm. And you're on what side of Canada again?
Uh,
Oh my God, Orion, hush.
what side am I?
West or
West.
east, sir? It's
West, I
only
believe.
two sides.
Yeah. No shit.
Ironically, 2020 was one of the best years. Yes, Caleb, you and I, brother from another mother, same idea. When I tell you 2020, despite the fact that that's when I gained the weight and I'm suffering for that now, everything else, I enjoyed the fuck out of 2020. I enjoyed it so hard, bro. Like, I was having a great time. I was paying off debts. I got to relax at home. I got to bond with my aminals. It was great. Like, you all suffered and I smiled. Sorry, not sorry. I loved 2020. I even said to one of my friends that was like, at the time, one of the ones that was like, you need to get rid of your animals, and she was complaining about the year. I'm like, man, it sucks to be you. That's so sad. I'm gonna go cuddle with my cats now. And and the best part of it was, up until that time, a lot of my friends bitched at me for being a homebody who only hung out with her husband. And now everybody's a homebody. And I'm like, ha, now you understand. Like, boom.
It's funny because my girlfriend got shit from her friends for being a housewife.
I get my friends for years back when Matt and I first moved here. Um, we were trying to make it so that way I could be a stay-at-home wife. But Matt made a bulk of the money, whereas for most of our relationship up until we moved here, I made the bulk of the money. I always worked the better jobs and I always worked more hours. It switched as soon as we moved to North Carolina. And I was informed by friends we've since made up, but I was informed by them that I was being a user, that I was being a poser, and I was just forcing Matt to be my slave. And I'm like, do you understand what marriage is?
Like people were saying, she was taking advantage of me and yada yada yada, and I'm like, dude, I back then I used to work at an office downtown, so I came back home. The house was clean. The kids were had their homeworks done. Uh, the meal was ready. Uh, all I had to do was walk in, sit on the couch. That's all I had to do.
Exactly.
Like,
Like,
in my opinion, there is no better, like, I want to say, mix for a relationship because it works for us.
for
And
Matthew and I, the only thing is I need certain help, like, because of I am short, and also
yeah,
because I want to make sure we do things together as a couple.
yeah,
So, yeah, you're going to go food shopping with me. Yes. If
yeah, of course.
you're going to take out the trash, sir. Yes, you're going to help me with the dishes since I cook the food.
Well,
You know,
yeah,
you want
I still do stuff outside the house, like taking care of the grass and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, we
But
were in an apartment at the time, so we didn't
oh
have
yeah,
that one.
no, we've got a fucking gigantic
Oh
fucking
yeah, now
land.
we have 2 acres, and I kinda feel bad for Matthew some days, but, he already acknowledges I don't do well in the heat, and I don't, and if it's hot out, don't ask me to do much, not outside at least, I can do stuff inside, like, I still clean the house, and that was the thing, like, on top of that, I also, I planned all the bills, I planned all the trips, I managed all the money, I made sure that all the food was taken care of. And that's why it really insulted me and still insults me pretty much. People say it to me. I'm like, do you understand all that I do for my household? That like, and I'm not trying to insult my husband. I love my husband, but he would not fucking function if I wasn't the one running it because I run everything.
No,
And
and I agree. It's a dynamic because you have to work with each other. For example, it's weird to say it like that, but I bring in the money, and she does what she has to do for the house to function with it. And she does the grocery, she does the shopping for the kids. If I came home and she was just sitting on the couch all day doing nothing, yeah, sure, she's using me at that point.
Right.
But it's not the case. Like, I'm coming home and she's fucking running left and right, making sure everything is done, and I'm like, calm the fuck down.
And that's why I got so mad. I'm like, you're only noticing the fact that he's bringing in a paycheck. You're not even noticing what I'm doing with that paycheck, the value I'm bringing to it. And Matthew has never once complained about it. I've never, in my entire relationship, Matthew has never come home and said, you don't do anything. Because one, he knows it's a lie.
That's
And
I wait, I agree with what Captain Fluffy Paw said. Those feminist movement telling women you have to get out of the house, you cannot be a housewife and stuff like that.
right.
That
That
is such a stupid fucking thing to say
it's
because
the truth. It's so true. Like,
I
here's what I will tell you.
if my girlfriend came in tomorrow and said, "I want to get a job," fine, let's see what you can do. She used to be a nurse, so I know she can go back to that if she wanted to.
There you go.
But we have to figure out what we do with the kids because we live 30 minutes away from civilization here. So I'm not sending my kids at 5 a.m. in the woods to walk to school.
Right, I don't
So,
blame you. And see, that's the thing. I personally, I do believe that everyone, and I think I said this last stream, I have a very firm belief that if you are a full grown adult, you should be able to function as a full grown adult. You should be
yep.
able to have run your own bills, run your own household, take care of yourself. But if you find a partner that you can do all that with, yay. But you should be able to do it with or without the partner. So
Mhm.
I do believe all women should know how to earn money because there are plenty of women I've met who don't. And so I agree to an extent. But what I don't like is like Captain Fluffy Paws said, don't sit there and get mad at women for living their life because I thought we were supposed to let women be free to choose what they want to do. And I know you
Yeah.
joked last time, but when I was a little girl, I found out how to become a mom and I found out from my parents calls it marriage was like. And that's all I wanted out of life. I wanted the marriage my mom and dad had, and I wanted to have children. And I wanted a family like that. And by the way, bite me, Anime, and you, Bublito. I'm not being stupid.
You are.
Bite me. But the
No.
point is, I that's all I wanted out of life. And then when I got older, I got told I was wrong for wanting that. Like, it was my internalized misogyny. Or maybe I found joy at the idea of raising a family because, unlike all you bitter bitches, I had great parents and a great upbringing. And that's
Hmm.
honestly what I think it comes down to is a lot of feminists had shitty childhoods in one way or another. Either they were so entitled that they misrepresented their childhood, or they just had terrible parents. And rather than understand it was just them, they will instead take it out on everyone else. And they start this narrative. Again, that gets into the whole ideology thing. Like, because I had it terrible, that means it's just terrible to do. Like, whatever, fuck you.
That's what's funny for me because we used to hear both sides, like people saying my girlfriend was taking advantage of me, and the other side saying I was the one taking advantage of her. And she had people telling her like she had to stay home because of me, because I forced her to stay home.
Oh, the shackles.
And she was like, well, it was my idea. Like, he was against it at first because he wanted me to leave the house because, like I said, we live 30 minutes away from the
Civilization.
nearest city, so I didn't want her to be alone in the woods all day. And she had the idea to stay home and take care of the kids. Now they go to school, so it's easier for her, but still,
Hi,
uh,
Christian.
it's just fucking crazy. What
No,
people
it
like,
is
mind
crazy.
your own fucking business.
Well, my thing is this, the same people that say that stay-at-home wives are stupid and that, the living like the nuclear family is stupid, are the same ones that tell everybody, "Can't you just let me live my true life?" Like, they're the same people. They want the respect, but that's because they think what they're doing is revolutionary and not against the norm. It's absolutely against the norm. I don't care if you want to do that. Go live your life. Boom, bada boom. But I'm good, Christian. We're just we're bitching about people that bitched about us, pretty much.
And hey, I'm gonna say this for the guys that believe women shouldn't stay home. If you're working from home and your girlfriend is a stay-at-home wife and the kids are out, Guess what? You've got some bonuses at work. You know, I won't get into details because YouTube, but yeah,
Here's
no.
what I will tell you guys.
It comes
Do
with
it.
some benefits.
My dad was terrible. He was struggling to pay the bills by himself, and my mom wanted to help. He tried refusing her getting a job, and she did anyway. He was pissed that she was paying the bills as a teacher. Listen, and again, that's somebody where you meet some people, Esteban, where they are so stuck in an old mentality that they don't learn how to morph it. Again, my parents were born in the 50s. They came from technically the boomer old mentality, but they also morphed it to work properly. They understood that they were a team. And I think that's where a lot of people don't understand 50. It's not 50-50, it's 100-100. So your partner in life, whoever it is, whether it's a girlfriend, boyfriend, spouse, whatever you call them, they have to be somebody who picks up the slack where you can't. And you have to be okay with that. Yes, there's always going to be a dominant member of the relationship. That's natural. I don't give a shit what anyone says. There's always going to be somebody in the relationship who's more dominant than the other. That being said, you have to be able to take turns on who needs to be dominant on what. Same here as a guy who had great parents and loving marriage, being the main one in my friend group who still wants marriage. Exactly. Christian, we're talking about people that bitched at us when we were younger and before about our choices in life.
In
'Cause
Sarsen's case, it was 20 years ago.
yeah, it was actually, I think, like it was going on.
You
Like
old bitch. You old.
I am old. No, wait, no. Matt and I have been together 16 years this month, so not 20 years, but people when they found out what I wanted out of life 20 years ago back in high school, yeah, people made fun of me. People made hella fun of me because again, I said it on the last stream. People didn't like that I was a virgin. People got mad at me for that. They were trying to get me to,
Like a virgin. Touched
no,
for
wait,
the
because
very
you'll get me,
first
you'll get me
time.
demonetized. We don't want no
Oh,
singing. Yeah,
okay. Well,
even if you sing it, you can get it. That's so
fine.
true.
I have to go back to work anyway, so have fun.
Well, bye, Bableta.
I have to pay the bills here. Jeez.
Well, that's what I'm doing right now.
Uh, Drawing. You're not paying the bills.
Excuse you. Bye
Yeah.
bye.
Yeah. Yeah. Know your place. Mm-hmm.
Go abuse your wife staying at your girlfriend staying at home. Okay, go use her. Yeah,
Wow.
bye.
Okay. We'll let the Twitter mob decide.
Oh, dude. Oh,
See ya.
no. All right, I'm turning you off now. Whatchamacalls it though? Aw, Christian, thank you. No, honestly, and I was saying earlier, like, the most hatred I've gotten out of my life was for owning pets. Um, but a lot of it stemmed from people accusing me of abusing my husband because I own pets. It was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. People just got all opinions. People always have opinions on shit they have known nothing about. Yeah, when you do artwork, ooh, it's a different level of work. Like, I will say this, I work more now, technically, than I ever did at my old job. I am constantly working. But I don't mind it at all. Like, I enjoy this a lot. I enjoy a lot of what I do now because it's much more enjoyable. I have full control over it and my husband and I are making it work. It's not the easiest, I'll be the first to tell you, but it's easier. I don't know how to make that sound right, but it's the truth. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how it is. I wanted to join the stream and talk about Warhammer, but no! Especially the black cat that kept being affectionate to me. Well, Christian, are you busy right now? Do you want to come on? I enjoy working from home. I don't need to waste time and energy driving and redirect it elsewhere. Exactly. I save a lot of money not going to work outside of the house. Fluffy Paws, like, I don't waste money on gas, on food, on work clothes. I mean, right now I am straight up busted looking with my outfit. But you know what? I'm still able to do this live stream and talk to you guys, and I think I think that's amazing. So, I wanted to ask you guys something. Hey, Dangerous Rhetoric. Yeah, I can come on. Let me hook myself up. Perfect. Hey, Dan or Brett, you guys want to come on too? We can have a whole powwow. Well, Esteban, I suppose you can come on too. I guess I like you enough. Your husband cheat. Check his messages when he falls asleep. Okay, Judgment Day. Hey, Christian, it's Brentley. Yay. So, I don't know what I said, Moon. Yes to what? Because I can't remember what I was saying. Whatchamacallit, though. I'm thinking of adding another stream once in a while, guys. And what I was thinking of doing, I'm making food. We need like 20, 30 minutes if I'm being realistic. Please, I'm on till like 3, so you got the time. Just let me know when, Christian. Esteban, I'm going to send it to you on Twitter. Hold on. Got to get on there really quick. And Twitter.com. Now I got to do all the searching thing. Come on. Well, it's going to take a second. It's being rude to me. Come on. God. I'm trying to send you a message, but it's taking forever. Here we go. Paste. He's there. And Christian, when you're ready, it's going to be in your inbox too, and Instagram, not Instagram, Twitter. God, send. Oh, saying yes, people join the stream. Yeah, so what I'm thinking of is another stream a week, but it would be a little different. It wouldn't be me doing artwork. It would be me reacting to things. So I didn't know if maybe you guys wanted to send me videos I could react to live, ones that preferably will not get me demonetized or get strikes. But I was just thinking of fun ways we can add on some stuff. I know Star likes animated films, so I watched Toy Story 4 last week. It reminded me of my childhood. Yeah, I started to check my mic. Yeah, make sure it's all attached, because we don't need no issues with the mics. Trying to decide what color her hair should be. You know, she is a punk rocker. Well, there goes any of my I would send. Yeah, Edie, because you definitely watch stuff that's like monetized, like how to stretch cats and everything. That was sickening. That one was bad. There's 1,000 genders. One. Listen, I'll tell you right now, as long as there are things that I can look at on YouTube and I can figure out how to screen share and all that jazz, we can do it. I'm going to have to troubleshoot it first, you know. Probably practice with Gothics or Leon or someone, like, you know, someone that knows what they're doing and has done it before, so that way I can really... Oh! I believe I see Esteban. There we go. Hello, sir.
Oh, yeah, I don't see my... the mic is...
You're over. You're far over. I see your hand.
I had to move my camera then.
Listen, Esteban, we're not off to a good start here, young man. I'm waiting because I know that Leon wanted to talk about something today, but I don't know what he's doing right now. I haven't heard from him yet. Because there's been a whole kit and caboodle of stuff happening.
I know.
Christian's here too. If only it'll turn on. Hello. Come on. There we go. Perfect.
You hear me? You hear me?
Hello.
You hear me, right?
Yes.
Oh, good. Wonderful. This is working. Yay. Hi. How you doing? I haven't, excuse me, I haven't put my makeup on. I haven't shaved. I look like an absolute mess.
You know, we could totally tell too.
No. I had a
I'm wearing my
very
finest lingerie for you guys. It's okay. Just can't tell.
I had a very eventful Mother's Day. I went up to go see my family. Drove 6 hours.
How'd that go?
Oh, wonderful, wonderful! I got to see people I haven't seen in years. Got to see mom. Going great.
I'm not
Going
giving you
great.
motion sickness, E-Day.
Yeah. So it went great. I'm pretty happy. So, but I got in last night at like 1
Yeah.
a.m. because I stopped. When I do very long drives, I don't just drive straight through. I can't do it. I
Good.
stop several times. Yeah. I mean, I'm not like, come on. How do people just drive straight through? I mean, there's a reason why
I've
truckers.
partially done it.
Really?
Yeah, Matt and I have been pretty stupid about getting there because we don't like. Well, because again, we had to go all the way to Rhode Island, so we don't want to waste time.
Yeah.
So there's a many times where we have partially fallen asleep behind the wheel, but we've pulled over and napped. Especially because so we always often catch colds when we go back up to Rhode Island, and
Climate change.
there was one
Yeah.
time we were both sick as dogs on the way back, and at one point we were trying to get back because. So this is how much Matt and I are workaholics. Whenever we have work, if we're on vacation, we schedule the day coming back the day vacation ends. Like we would never give ourselves the chance. No, Edie, we would simply not eat. If we had to be on the road, we wouldn't eat and we would only take sips so that we wouldn't have to stop. Because I have issues with my tum-tum, I would literally just avoid food at all costs. We do it super healthy. We're real good about that.
Yeah.
We're not at all. And the
Yeah.
first time I came back, one of the times I came back from Rhode Island, I went to work. And that day it was an evaluation from my manager at the company I worked at, the mattress sales place. And I'm sitting in front of him and I was like, my eyes were blinking one at a time. And he's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I'm just really fucking tired." And he's like, he turns to my other coworker and goes, "I know she's tired because she's never sworn in front of me before." And I went, "Oh, I swore, oh fuck it, oh shit, I'm sorry." And it just was like a tumble of swears after that.
That's
And
funny.
I'll never forget that because he was one of the most straight-laced managers. He was kind of scary, but also kind of hot. It was weird. But anyways, so you had a good vacation. You got to go see your family, and everyone was good. Everyone was happy. They were all congratulating you on all the cool stuff you're doing.
More of them know about my YouTube than I thought. I didn't think, because a lot of them are older. I didn't think many of them watched it, but they do. So that's nice. It's always nice.
You thought you weren't noticed.
This business we're in is very, what is it? If you want to even call it a business, to me, what would you say?
Cutthroat?
Yes. Oh yeah. Oh man, you wouldn't believe. I mean, people think content creators just, this not to be true, just turn on the camera and talk. That's not what happens at all.
Mm-hmm.
We spend hours researching, editing, things like that. I know. Yeah, I know that when I'm doing a video, I'm blocking out 5 hours of time. Not because it'll take 5 hours to record, but it's going to probably take 5 hours to record, research, record, edit, and then upload. Sometimes I'll start a video at 5 p.m. I'll get done at 10. Then it'll be up at 11. People are like, "Why are your videos up so late?" That's why.
Get out of there. No, it's honestly with me. I purposely film my videos after at least 9 o'clock. So after Matthew and all the animals go to bed. So often,
I don't know how you do that.
Huh?
I said I don't know how you do that.
I do it especially because I babysit, right? So the problem is when the kids are here and they're awake, they're so loud, especially Sammy. I love him, but Sammy's favorite thing to do is literally stomp around and scream. So it doesn't, sound very good on video. And not only that, but Orion, anytime he hears a gunshot, because I live out in the boondocks, so a lot of people will take their guns out back of their yards and they'll practice shooting.
Yep.
And so anytime he hears guns, and you might even hear it today because they often do it in the middle of the day too, he'll just go, he just starts screaming, barking, and it's very distracting in a video, and it derails me when I'm talking. So I will often sit there and go, okay, I'm going to record. Sometimes I'll record 5 videos in a night. Sometimes I'll record 2, depending on how much I have to go off of.
Wow.
Because I never write a script. I
Yeah.
sit there and I look at what I'm upset about, whatever I have to bitch about, and I absorb the information in bullet points. And then I just turn on the camera and I fueled on my rage, I go on that one, and then I download everything I need to for it. I upload it to the computer, save it to the rubber files, and then I go on to the next one. And so that's just to record.
Yeah.
And then after that, like you said, I've got at least 2 days of editing involved. If I'm really good, I can get the editing done in 5 hours. But like the mattress videos took me 3 solid days with no sleep. The biggest one took me 3 solid days because my computer's so slow. It has to like it has to load everything. I love this computer, but it was not designed for what I do. So I need to buy a new computer. It's just I can't afford it right now. But yeah, so I definitely know, and people don't get it. People don't get all the work that goes into these things.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, as far as scripts go, for a very long time, and sorry, I'm still waking up. So if I seem a little bit out of it, it's fine. I'm still waking up. It's a shame. I got in at 1. I stayed up till about 3 uploading a video last night because I couldn't go a day without posting a video. Then I went to sleep, got up at 8 because I thought I had a meeting. The meeting was actually for tomorrow at 8. So I'm like, damn. Then I go back to sleep and I get up an hour ago. So I'm still waking up. I haven't had my coffee. This is just a day. Guys. But
I went to bed at 4 a.m. and I woke up at 7.
You are wow.
I woke up at 8.
And you're still kicking. And you're still kicking too, Esteban. You guys have some superhuman genes. And what the hell?
I woke up at 8 because I'm used to waking up to work in the morning.
Man.
Which, by the way, congrats. I saw you got a new job, Esteban.
Thanks.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, Home Depot.
Oh, what do you do? Oh, there you go, man. Oh, it's good. It's good. Do you like it?
Hey, listen.
Yeah, I like it so far. Right.
You have a lot
That's
of opportunities at Home Depot. I don't know if you know this, but you have first dibs on a lot of really good stuff that gets returned. So start asking about like appliances. So one of my landlord, as a matter of fact, she works for Lowe's. And when people return appliances, a lot of times if they're too damaged or if they're not damaged enough, you don't return them to the vendor. But Lowe's has to keep them in the back. So you can sit there and be like, hey, boss, I'll take this $3,000 slightly used fridge off your hands because no one else is going to buy it for $200.
No, I never actually thought of that.
Dude, do it, dude.
All right.
I used to think about the furniture I got when I worked for the furniture store. So a lot of times when they buy those, when they get them shipped to the store, they can't send them back to the warehouse because they're assembled or whatever, what have you. So they become a property of that store. Ergo, they can pretty much dictate how much they're going to charge for them. I've made off with thousands of dollars of furniture for pennies on the dollar in comparison because the manager just wanted it gone. It was ugly or it was slightly damaged. And all you do is you get the damage marker. A lot of folks don't realize you can get leather markers, you can get finish markers, you can get putty to fill in the holes. Never look down on used product because you can make it look better and save money while doing it.
I agree. And not just with tools either, but with clothing. I say this often. I go to the thrift store to buy my clothes. I don't have the money, nor do I have the patience to pay $40 to $50 for a damned shirt. I went into
also, I've seen Christian in person. You'd never know his clothes were thrift clothes stores. He like thrift store clothes. He wears them well.
I buy my clothes at Bell's.
Oh, yeah.
See, where's Bell's? Bell's or Bell's?
Bell's is a clothing store. It's cheap.
We don't know Bell's.
They have it in Florida.
Okay, yeah, I don't know Bell. I went into Macy's a few weeks ago just to see, and I walked down one of the aisles, and it's like $50 for this button-up regular shirt. And I looked over to the lady, the cashier. I walked over to her. I'm like, ma'am. She's like, yes. I'm like, that shirt over there is $50. She said, yeah, that's standard. I'm like, that's standard. She's like, oh yeah, I'm like, ma'am, who's gonna pay $50 for a regular shirt? I have 10 of those shirts in my closet. I got them for $5 at Goodwill. She's like,
I work for Macy's.
You did? Okay.
Here's what I will tell you, right? this is gonna floor people, especially. I met a guy, I met the children that said it. His children would not use something if it wasn't name brand. They literally would look at the brand, and
Oh,
it didn't matter if it was higher quality than the name brand. They would not use it.
wow.
Like, refused. And he's like, yeah, I raised my kids on good stuff, and now they don't want anything else. And I'm like, are you serious? And he said, yeah,
That's
they
that.
don't believe it's quality because it's not Gucci or Venti or like all these different ones. And I was like, they do understand that most of those are made cheaply, right? And he's like, they don't care. They care that it says a label. I was like, wow, your kids are shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, not sorry.
No, I mean, I grew up in a neighborhood where if you didn't have Nikes, you didn't have Jordans, you weren't cool. Now, I've never cared about any of that stuff. If
Me
I need
neither.
if I need footwear, I'm taking my ass down to Walmart. Sometimes Walmart's prices can be a little bit but I have I have two of my pairs of shoes are from Walmart. I don't even know what brand they are. They're not a brand. They're a knockoff. They work just fine. Or I go over to we have a local thrift store here in my town, and I go over to them sometimes. They're good. So yeah,
So
I just
here's
don't.
the funniest part about that.
Oh yeah,
My grandmother, like I've told you guys, was loaded. And
Yeah.
she would buy sometimes really expensive brands, but my friends who thought they knew expensive brands didn't even know these brands. So I'd walk around sometimes in more expensive stuff than what they wore, but the mainstream stuff like Abercrombie and Fitch and Limited 2, they didn't carry my sizes. So either because I have very small feet, but I have wide feet, and when you're a child, those are very hard to buy shoes for. So that was the first thing.
Mm.
Um, and I started gaining weight around 9 or 10 years old, which is when it got difficult to buy me clothes. So they didn't recognize what I was wearing because it wasn't what other kids were wearing. What I was wearing was what sometimes adults or kids that went to like the schools that really rich people went to wore. So none of them even understood that either, which was kind of funny. My
Oh
grandmother would
wow.
order from those catalogs that like you got the lettered
Yeah.
wooden toys and you got the little towels with your name on it. That's the kind of shit my grandma would buy, and everyone would be like, "That's stupid." I'm like, "It isn't stupid in Beverly Hills, okay?" Like,
Man.
but yeah, like my
Um.
mom, she made my clothes half the time because I didn't
Oh.
fit in what most of these clothing was. It was weird.
So she did a lot of knitting and sewing.
Not even knitting and
Or
sewing. Like my mom straight up would like buy the patterns. I guess sewing. She had a sewing machine. But yeah, my mom would straight up buy the patterns and make the clothing that way. Esteban, what about you? What were your clothing struggles as a little one?
As a little one, I
As
just
a youngin?
bought whatever. I don't know. Mom just bought whatever she can buy. She really didn't care about the name brand.
Oh, my mom did. My mom was all about the looks.
Yeah, mine was a mixture. Really.
I did buy some Nikes and Jordans, but not really obsessive like everybody else was in high school.
Oh god, yeah. High school was the worst. By that time, I had fully like quote unquote gotten fat. Although now looking back in high school, I really wasn't. But by that time, whew, finding clothes was a fucking torture because we had Fashion Bug. You guys might be too young to know what Fashion Bug is. But no, not you, Esteban. Esteban, you're my age, aren't you?
No, I'm 36.
Yeah, you're my age. I'm 35.
Oh wow!
Wow.
How old do you think
Well,
I
hey.
was? Yeah, go ahead, Esteban. How old do
you're
you think I
20
was?
something, right, Christian?
Huh?
21, right?
Christian's
Thank
21,
you.
but how old did you think I was, Esteban?
Thank you. I get 35.
I know you
sometimes,
said
unfortunately.
35 or 34 or something like that, Star San.
So how does
Sorry,
that not
number.
make us the same age?
I said I'm older than you by 1 year.
Barely.
I get 30.
Barely.
I get 35 sometimes, unfortunately.
True. But the thing is, it's honestly, Christian, what it comes down to is you're really mature. Like, it really does come down to that. Although I do love when I told Leon. He was
Yeah,
pissed.
he had a freak out.
He's like, what?
Yeah.
Had a freak
Yeah,
out.
if clothes or shoes look good.
I don't know why
even if
Leon
they aren't
says
nice
he's
shoes.
old. He's only 22.
But he
Dang
has that
old.
old voice to him. I know what Fashion Bug. I miss Fashion Bug. Let me tell you something. They had the best prom dresses. Oh, I've got text messages. What the hell? Who messaged me? Oh, nobody. The election day NC primaries are up. Oh boy.
Oh yes, they are.
Well, no, actually, I do have to pay attention this year because what the fuck? I say that as I'm like, shit. You know what? That's actually a fact. I should be more wary of that because this is the year that we're hopefully gonna change shit.
Oh yeah, I hope so.
But
I hope so. I mean,
we couldn't afford Fashion. Fashion Bug is cheap. Well, maybe where you were was expensive, but Fashion Bug was cheap because I would always go to like the discount area. Went to Fashion Bug and Dots. That's where a lot of my clothes came from, and like my mom would go crazy because back then finding pants for like $10 a piece for me, that means my mom could spend $100 and I'd have pants for the whole year. She was thrilled.
well, you dress very well, Starson. You do. You dress very well.
My mom
Seriously.
is the reason why. Like my mom was super anal about how you dress. She always very much
Mm.
believed that if you went out in public, you should look the part. And that's why a lot of my stuff comes from it. Everyone's like, oh, that's such an old world way of thinking. You mean being presentable?
No, yeah, it's the right way of thinking, in my opinion. Yeah, no. During high school was some of the worst year of my life. I swear, I just on many levels. But during high school, I didn't. I dressed like a bum all the time. You know, you could see my hair right now. I let my hair grow out entirely, and they'd be one part would be down, the part would be down. I didn't care. I just dressed like a bum. I'm like, yeah. I had no passion for anything I was being taught. I didn't really like them. I didn't like my peers, so I dressed in baggy sweat clothes. I would just go, and I wouldn't care. I
Look
mean,
at this little rebel over here.
yeah. Well, no. I mean, when college came around, that began to alter slightly. I began deviating away from how I previously dressed. Then when I started getting into media around 2019, 2020, I'm like, okay, man, you need to look better. So I went over to Goodwill and I bought like 5 different outfits, and voila, I still wear them today. I've gotten more since then. Yeah. As I've gotten older, I've cared more about my presentation.
I will say that for me, I always cared somewhat. I was very eclectic because, again, I was an emo goth kid back in high school. But when you're a poor emo goth kid, the look isn't always great, and it's an attempt at that point. And so whenever my friends and us would all go out to the mall, we would go to Torrid or we would go to Hot Topic. I would always have to go to the discount section because I couldn't afford what was straight off the rack. Shit was expensive, man. I don't know if you've ever been to Hot Topic, but like,
oh yeah, I have. I can't stand it. I can't go to any of these.
I like Hot Topic.
I can't go to any of these stores. I tried. I went to a strip mall back in last year. Someone took me to the strip mall because they wanted to help me get some clothes to look presentable. Mm-hmm. And I just drove around the strip mall, went to all these name brand stores. I forgot which ones, all these name brand stores. Went to like every single one of them. I'm like, okay, where is my stuff? Where is my clothes? That is not me. And I'm like, I walked out of those stores buying nothing. We go over to Goodwill down the street.
You're going to a lot of kids stores. Seriously, you're going to
probably
like stores for younger people.
Yeah,
you need to go to stores that are for like maybe some of the older women are not going to talk about. Like, I have to shop at Catherine's more often than not. Catherine's is not a young woman's store.
I like.
See, there you go.
I like Catherine's.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. Then that's your job.
I have no idea what Catherine's is.
There you go. Look at the young one over here.
Oh, I do. I do. I like Catherine's, but yeah, but yeah. So, but no, I mean. And the worst thing about the thrift store though is that it's hit or miss, right? You don't know what you're going to get, and you can go in there and get something excellent, or you can go in there and find nothing at all. So yeah, I mean, I will probably need to find better places to shop. But hey, for now, if I need to get a suit,
I've already told you.
Yes, you have told me. Yes, you have told me.
Where are we gonna go, Christian? Where are we gonna take a trip at some point? Where are we going?
Where?
I want to see if you remember.
Oh yeah, you guys live in the same state.
Don't do that to me.
God.
Okay, I remember.
Oh, Aria, no, you're not coming up. Come on, I told you.
Oh man. Oh no! Oh, don't say
I
that.
like quizzing Christian.
It-
It's
it-
fun to see something that you
it's like
don't know the answer to.
it's like that Phil Collins song, "Take me home," because I don't remember. I love Phil Collins, by the way. I love Phil Collins. I love Phil Collins. He's
All right,
wonderful.
only because you made a cute answer out of it. Let me tell you something. Does anyone live in South Carolina, North Carolina area? Take a trip to the Goodwill and the Salvation Army. In
Okay,
Myrtle Beach.
yeah. Okay,
So
yeah. Okay, yeah.
Here's
Makes
why
sense. I
you should
remember.
go there. A lot of multimillionaires live in Myrtle Beach. And do you know what's a great tax write-off for rich people? Donating. So what they do is they go to like Saks Fifth Avenue, Nordstrom's, Coach, all of them. They buy bulk clothing and then they donate it. So they get a tax write-off and you get literal couture for nothing. Like you get it for great. I have coworkers at my old jobs that literally every single year after Christmas and before the summer, they would go and that's what they would do. And that's how they would get their really pretty stuff. Do you have cotton? No, I don't know what that is, Caleb, honey. Do you guys recognize that? Cotton?
No.
No, I don't know what that is either.
No, I'm not.
That is beyond my recognition, sir.
Is that where people go to pick cotton?
We don't do that anymore.
Listen, have you guys seen that video?
Maybe in a past life, I would have done that. But anyway,
I'm not even gonna play it because I don't want to get canceled. But have you guys seen that video?
What video?
No, I haven't seen it.
The racist field trip.
The racist field trip.
The racist field trip. So what this is a video of this black kid, and it's one of the oldest videos on YouTube. Esteban, I'm a little sad you don't know it. It's this guy, he's at a party, and he's telling a story about when he was in elementary school. They were all in, I think, Birmingham, Alabama. And it was a school of black kids, and the teacher took all the kids out to a cotton field, gave them all bags, and and they said, y'all want to pick some cotton?
Wow.
And all these kids have these bags. Are you ready for this? So they wanted to teach the kids how to pick
to look that up.
He said, we were singing songs. We were, and then at the end, they took the cotton from the kids and gave it to the mill. And this little boy, when he was a little boy, he was like, they told him nobody could keep the cotton. He said, well, I was a little badass, so I shoved some cotton in my pockets. And my mother, a very proud black woman, was going through my laundry and said, how in the fuck did this boy get raw cotton? And so she asked him, and he very proudly told her. And you can imagine her reaction, but you have to, I can't repeat how he told the story, but I promise you, if you want to piss yourself laughing, you need to look up this video.
Okay.
It is one of the best videos I've ever witnessed online. Ever.
Wow. That's just, I don't have any words. Wow.
It was bad, dude. And when I was listening to it, I was like, and they really did this. And they really did that. That's not shocking to me. We did something similar in school. I did too, but the thing is, it was an all-black school. That's the problem after 40. It was all black kids. This is where the problem was.
What? All exactly. I gotta hear about this. Stars all black, picking cotton.
As far as I know, all the kids in that class were black, which is what made it so ridiculous and why they chose to do this.
Gosh.
Because see, I grew up in New England, so New England is known for its textiles. So if you go to New England, I don't know his name. I just know if you look up on YouTube "racist field trip" or "the most racist field trip," you will find it.
Was the teacher white or black?
The guy telling the story is black.
No, the teacher that took them.
I have no idea. I forget that part. You have to watch it because when I tell you, it's ridiculous. And again, I've been around YouTube since its inception. Like pretty much the first 6 months that YouTube existed, I made a YouTube account. So my account's like 16 or 17 years old. And
yeah, wow.
I've been watching shit on it since the beginning.
I began lurking, and I'm going to show my age here. Thank God. I began lurking on YouTube around 2007. The first video, and I was like really young. I was like what, 7 years old.
How were you out
The
on?
first, we had my grandmother's living room, and it was supervised. And if I wanted to watch silly YouTube videos, I could. And really, I watched a few channels between 07 and 09. I watched Weird Al Yankovic had some covers. He had it.
Yep.
The first video I actually watched on YouTube was a video called Yoda. It's the Yoda Yankovic. I go back to that video every now for nostalgia purposes. Then The Lonely Island. The Lonely Island had some covers. I had some stuff too. They were pretty big back then. And I actually, became yes, Moon. I
remember Club Penguin.
I also played Club Penguin between 07 and 09. Actually, between 07 and 2011, I think. Yeah, Club Penguin was great. I remember when Club Penguin was acquired by Disney in 07 or 08. I remember. Why am I saying like I'm an old man? But I do. I remember it. It said Walt Disney Uploading. I remember it. I remember when it was independent. I remember when it was acquired.
Internally, you're an old man. That's why.
Yeah, I feel so old.
And they shut it down again.
They did. Yeah, we used to play browser games all the time. 07, 08, 09. Just get on the computer, play those Flash games in the browser. Yeah.
Newgrounds and all that shit.
Yep. YouTube has changed though, so much. I remember when it was just upload their silly videos of them skating and falling off and crap like that. Now it's, what is it now? A business model? Well, for other people, I guess. I don't know.
07, I was married. 06 is when I graduated high school. Listen to these kids over here.
Wow.
I was supposed to graduate in 05, but I stayed back a year.
Okay, Starson, do you remember the Red Razor?
No.
The Motorola phone.
Oh wait, the Razor. Duh. That was like an
the Razor phones. Yeah, I remember those.
I thought it was something else for a minute.
No, the Motorola Red Razor.
Yes, everyone was into those.
We remember that.
I remember when that came out. It was a big deal.
Okay.
Yep.
Talk to me when you remember when the chocolate came out. Talk to me when you remember when the chocolate came out. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. This phone was such a big deal because it had a camera in the front and in the back. And it came wrapped like a candy bar. You could get it in dark chocolate, milk chocolate, and white chocolate.
I don't remember that. I remember the sidekicks.
Sidekicks, oh my god, those fuckers.
Everybody was going crazy with those. I had one.
I gotta look this up now because I remember it because one of my managers, it was a big deal to get that phone. I think it was a Motorola chocolate. Motorola chocolate flip.
Wow.
Yep. Right there. The chocolate.
Oh, I think I've seen those.
Oh, no, it's the LG chocolate. I'm sorry. So they're right there though. It's the LG chocolate red. Right there.
Wow.
I remember the commercial because it showed chocolate dripping down, then it was unwrapped in foil.
I can find
the commercial for that. Now I gotta find it because now I'm curious. LG chocolate commercial. Here we go. There it is.
Nope, there goes the ad.
Casey's ads.
Making that money.
Come on. See?
Oh.
You can see the chocolate bouncing, and then this is all like, you see this commercial is very intriguing, and then the chocolate would come up out of it. And you think you're looking at a chocolate commercial.
Eat.
Wow.
And what it was, that was the phone. They called it the chocolate. And it came wrapped just like that.
Wow, I've never seen that phone.
I remember that phone. I was working at Stop and Shop at the time, and my boss had gotten one. I forgot how much they were, but it was a big deal. And then they had the Candyman version, the Candyman chocolate with Christina Aguilera.
Oh.
See? White chocolate, sour apple.
Oh.
So you can see, like, it was, and it came wrapped in aluminum foil like a candy.
Wow. Interesting. That's now I don't remember that. The earliest phone I had was a track phone, and a track phone where you would, and they had like a little keyboard that would come down if you put it down, and you had to type on the keyboard, and the screen was like the size of, like the size of my, I don't know, I'm not good with hand motions. They scare me.
All I
It
know
was
is that this screen could encompass 3 of my old phones. Straight.
Yeah, I
My
would
first phone
probably,
was like
yeah.
that big. My first phone was a
Yeah.
Samsung Flip, and you
Oh,
could either get the
wow.
red or the blue, and they were free.
I gotta say, kids are
Yeah.
privileged to see this in these generation
Oh
because
yeah, you chitlins are all so privileged. You have no
I
idea.
didn't get a cell phone until I had my first job.
I wasn't
I
allowed
had
to
to
get a
pay
cell
for my
phone.
cell phone.
I had to sneak it because I was 19 and my mom was like, "You're not allowed to get one." I'm like, "But I'm paying for it," and she still told me I wasn't allowed to get it. I got it anyway, and she got pissed at me. I was like, "How are you gonna take it away from me? I'm paying the bill." Oh, that made her mad. Because I was still getting grounded at that age. Let me tell you something. You don't know what a strict
19.
parent is like. Yeah, 19.
Oh.
I was still getting grounded.
You're lucky your mom paid your phone bill because I had to pay my own.
No, she didn't. I paid the bill.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing. I paid all the cell phone bill for the family. They couldn't afford it. Not only that, my mom felt I wasn't mature enough for it. So Matt and I, one day while out at the mall, we had the extra money. I asked how much it was a month. They told me, and I said, "Let's do it." And he said to me, he's like, "Your mom's not going to be happy." I'm like, "I don't care." And I got the phone, and she was pissed. She's like, "You don't need to have a phone."
Wow.
I was like, "But I have it anyway." And she's like, "Well, I'm taking that away." I'm like, "No, you can't. I pay for it." And that rode her ass sideways. She was not pleased.
Wow.
It's mine,
Man,
lady.
yeah. Man, yeah.
That's why I get a kick when everyone says they have strict parents. Ooh, you don't know what a strict parent is.
Yep.
Yeah.
You don't have any idea. Well, this is my vibe.
Oh, that's pretty.
It is pretty.
Oh my gosh. Mermaid, Little Mermaid.
It's crazy
This
how
is
you draw while you're talking to us.
Hey, I had to get used to it. Plus, it does
Star
help
Song.
me get the process along.
Star Song.
What?
Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat?
I can't stand you.
Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? What a girl has everything.
Listen, he's
Look
doing
at
this. Do you know
Trove.
why he's doing this? Because my husband told him, "You can get me singing." Oh, he froze.
No, I love Little Mermaid. Look at this trove, treasures untold. How many wonders can one cavern hold? Looking around till you think, yeah,
Sure.
she has
She's got
everything.
everything.
I've
Wait,
got
can we get
gadgets and
demonetized for
gizmos.
singing this?
No, we can't. No. I've got gadgets. In one of my videos about Disney, I literally broke out in the middle of it and began singing Little Mermaid. I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I've got who's its and what's its galore. You know, I don't want to do the little
Thingamabobs?
speaking. Yes,
I got 20.
But who cares? No big deal. I want more. Flipping
I'm
your
not singing
fin.
along.
Don't
your
get me,
fin.
because when I tell you, my husband makes a joke all the time. He's like, "Let me tell you something. You want to get me pissed off. You want to get me raging. There's a couple of things you can do. And one of them is try to challenge me on my Disney knowledge." And he does it on purpose. Like, I don't know if you saw my TikTok where it was like, put your finger down challenge for Disney. And I was like, I've seen them all. Unless it's live action, the only things I haven't seen are the live action films, and even then, it's only the ones that were from like the 50s and 60s. Otherwise, I've seen the live actions too. The only one that I refuse to see is a Lion King. I think it looks stupid.
Disney was a massive childhood. Man, Little Mermaid was beautiful, and I know it seems very camp for me to just like a guy just sing Little Mermaid, but I do it anyway because why not? I love it. I love it. I love it. And then there was that Mulan, and I mean,
wait, which part of Mulan though? And yes, Christian does have a
animated.
beautiful voice. He doesn't like to acknowledge anything he does good, but he got a good voice.
The Mulan, you know, let's get down to business. Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. You know that one? You know. Yeah, you're the
daughters. When I ask
for sons, you're the saddest bunch I've ever met. So
you bet.
Yes.
No.
I can't relate to this conversation.
I can't. Why not? You don't like Disney?
I'm forgetting the lyrics. I'm forgetting the lyrics.
Listen, hold on. Let me get Brent in on this. Brent, I'm gonna send it to you on Twitter, okay, honey?
Yeah, forgetting the lyrics.
Let me tell you something. It's
but at 2, I gotta go. By the way,
unfortunately, my shit.
At 2, I gotta run. Unfortunately.
Oh, you got 5 minutes then, my friend.
Yeah. But no, I mean, yeah, I love singing. I do. It's wonderful. It's wonderful.
When it comes to Disney, I know all the side Disney playlists. So why aren't you a Disney nut, Esteban?
Huh?
Why aren't you a Disney nut?
I don't know. I just didn't grow up with Disney. That I guess because I'm more into comic books, not Disney.
Yeah.
Disney has comic books.
I mean,
yes, they do. Yeah, they do.
I know they do. I've read a couple.
Hey,
Tell Daniel put the drumstick down. Dang it!
I got to just do my thing. Hey, bada bada. Hey, bada bada. Remember that one, Cass?
No, what's that from? Is that from a live action?
No, I don't dance. I know you can. Nah, come on, you know that one. High School Musical.
Movie. Oh,
High School Musical.
High School Musical.
That's live action.
I've seen that movie.
Yeah, I won't listen to on that one.
Oh,
but
yeah, I don't dance.
There are certain songs from High School Musical I love, and pretty much it's if they have Troy and Gabriella in it.
Yeah, I know. You know, the one I like is "You Are the Music of Me." You know, when I sing my favorite
something
song
from Hercules. I don't know if Christian knows
that
Hercules.
I saw a long time ago. I haven't watched it again.
I found out that Hercules is an obscure Disney movie, which I didn't realize. I didn't realize it was a obscure one because it's one of my favorites. 0 to hero, no time flat. 0 to hero, just like that. When he smiled, the girls went wild with oohs and ahs.
See, I don't even remember.
I love that fucking song.
Oh man, no, yeah, no, and in the era of Disney I grew up in, you had things like what was it? Good Luck Charlie and what Kim Possible, and no, I loved Kim Possible. That was a good show. That was a good show, Starson. That was a good show. I loved Kim Possible.
You're welcome, Serenity. I hope my voice wasn't too bad.
Call me, teach me if you want to reach me. I don't even know the lyrics to that song. Grew up in a very different era of Disney.
I believe that is the voice of also Pink Diamond. So that's pretty cool. The girl who is Megara from Hercules. But yeah, Call Me Beat Me, that's one of the most iconic songs from Disney in my opinion. Like when it comes to Disney Channel, that was one of their best songs. Like I will say when that period of time when the Proud Family came out, when Kim Possible came out, that was when they were doing their best at Disney Channel music, in my opinion.
Yeah, then you had Jesse McCartney, right? You remember Jesse McCartney, right? Remember Jesse McCartney, right?
Yeah. Oh God, yeah, I remember Jesse McCartney.
Yeah, he came to my last year. I got to meet him.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm a big fan of Jesse McCartney. I was screaming when he was there, and so he went backstage. And I ran backstage with my friend, and he's like, Christian, why are you so obsessed with him? I'm like, I love him. I've been watching him for years. And so he came out of the door, and I'm like, Jesse. He's like, hey, what's up, man? Shook my hand. We took a picture and everything. I'll send it to you. He was just so cool and down to earth. I still listen to him all the time too. I love Jesse McCartney. Man,
I will tell you right now, for me, when it comes to like fangirling, the closest I get to is like one, I've been waiting 2 years. My husband surprised me with the tickets. I get to go see the Backstreet Boys. I'm only gonna be 13 aisles away from them. That's why, guys, my hair is still gonna look rough for a little bit because I gotta make sure I look fucking good when Nick Carter lays his eyes on me. It has to happen, okay? So, and I'm mad because in 2018, everybody scraped together enough money for me to go to Kentucky to the Fanboy Con to not only meet with the Backstreet Boys, but get 2 photographs and 2 autographs. I had all the money together. And I was going to have photos of me with the Backstreet Boys. You have no idea how I was telling everybody. The day before my mom and dad and I were supposed to go, my car breaks down. Not only did the fuel pump break, I needed to replace all the brakes out of nowhere. My battery also died. So all the money I had, and the thing was the week after, I was gonna be on a 2-week vacation. I was going to go. I know, Christian. It's okay, Christian.
All
you
right,
can go, honey.
you could go, Christian.
I know.
You guys later, okay? Hanging out with you.
All right, good talking to you.
Whatchamacallit. I also had to go to my husband's Nana's funeral. And so I had to make a pick. I was like, do I go to Nana's funeral? Or do I go to the Backstreet Boys? And obviously, I picked Nana. But I still always, a small portion of me to this day misses it. As a matter of fact, the profile picture that I use on YouTube came from seeing Nana. I didn't forget, Leon. I tried to check where you were. You were not around, so. But we still have an hour. We can chat. Abortion. I'm ready for you. I sent you the link.
Nice to be talking shit again, as always.
Of course, that's the norm. Whatchamacallit? What was I doing? Superstar, but. Or Treasure Planet. Treasure Planet is so forgotten. A lot of Disney movies that are really, really good have been forgotten. So, like, Brother Bear. Apparently, Lilo and Stitch is not very well known. You liar, didn't message me. I checked if you were online. You weren't online. The little light wasn't on. Right? I didn't message you.
And was it Emperor's New Groove?
New Groove, all that jazz. But you got the message in your Twitter now. Go click on it.
Here he goes.
As the river cuts its path, the river proud and strong. Yes. As the river cuts its path. Apparently, Pocahontas also not a super well-known Disney movie. Hunchback of Notre Dame, not super well-known. These Disney movies that were really good, had great stories, great lessons. People... they've never been... Yeah, but again, Edie, that's only in Japan. Well, we talk on Instagram every day. Leon, just click on the damn screen. God. But no, I get very used to thinking that everyone just sees the Disney films. And Hercules had their own TV. Exactly, but apparently they do that with the less profitable Disney movies.
I mean, Aladdin had his own TV show too.
Again, but that was a really profitable one. But they had the sequels now. That was another story entirely.
Oh yeah, the direct to DVD sequels.
It was a big deal when they were able to get Robin Williams back because he was pissed at them because they broke his contract. Because he pretty much told them, he's like, if I join this film, I don't want to be. How can you see if someone's online? Because it doesn't. I went on Instagram and I looked for the green dot. You weren't on. I went on Twitter. I looked for the green dot. You weren't on. So I didn't see the green dot. So I was like, well, I'll just go on right now. He always messages me once I'm on and you didn't. And so I was like, well. I told him I'm a bad half native because I like Pocahontas.
There ain't nothing wrong with liking Pocahontas.
Listen, it's obviously not an accurate depiction, but most based on historical movies are not. More like straight to VHS is true.
Oh yeah, it's VHS.
That's true. That shows. I remember when DVD came out and I was sitting, I think, in a Best Buy. In my defense, Leon, I am not in my right head today. I've got the link sent to you. Join in. whatchamacalls it though. There. Oh, it's Brentley. I think it has to be somebody definitely is going to want to be in on the abortion conversation.
Hey, how's it
All
going?
right.
Oh no, because I do. You don't understand what Leon and I went through the other day on Twitter.
Oh shoot, hold on. Mute my mic.
I was not lying. I said what I said, but at the time, it made logical sense. What you doing, Brentley? Oh, he's got to answer the phone as soon as he comes on. I feel hurt. But whatchamacalls
Well, he had a phone call, I think.
That's why I said he's got to answer his phone as soon as he comes on. How dare. But whatchamacalls it? No, you don't see the person that Leon and I'm not as annoyed as Leon was, but I do also see why, because it was like hella misrepresented. I'm not joining until she apologizes for lying.
Apologize for what?
It's not true.
All right, so my friend is coming over, and he just like called to let me know his timetable.
Say what now?
My friend is coming over, and he called to let me know his timetable. So
tell him his timetable was very inconvenient.
Well, that's like how he is. He was supposed to be here like 2 hours ago, and now she's like, still an hour away. So it's whatever. Wow. How are you? How is everybody?
I'm good.
I'm
We're
doing
about
good.
to go off about abortion.
Hey, Brent.
Actually, my opinions on this have changed a lot recently.
Really?
Oh, my opinions has changed too.
They have.
Leon, click on the damn link.
Well, you know what it was for me? It was hearing about these partial birth or post-birth abortions.
Many pro-abortion people don't know they exist, or they think that it's a conspiracy.
Well, it's not a conspiracy. I mean, you could call it a conspiracy in that, people are concealing a crime.
Mm-hmm.
It's like not like a made up conspiracy theory, like this is never happening. Like people are arguing for this in multiple different types of legislation in states all across the country.
Oh, I know.
Probably
California is terrible. They want after 20 weeks abortions. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
There's people that are agreeing to a 7 days. Like, if your baby's been born for 7 days, you still have a choice if you want to keep it alive or not. I'm like,
that's killing a baby.
That's not even abortion anymore. That's murder, kids. That's like murder. Straight up, without any, without any dangerous rhetoric involved. That is straight up.
I mean, what if people want to kill a baby because it's annoying them at night? That's terrible.
Literally, they apparently give you that Orion. No. Ooh woo! Get on the damn stream, Leon. We have things to talk about.
Part of the baby experience is having it keep you up all hours of the night.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a puppy?
Anything?
Yeah, my cat does that. He annoys me at night. I don't want to kill him.
The truth is that some people should not be parents. This is the truth.
No, I definitely agree on that. And that's the thing that, again, is something that Leon was making a very valid point the other night, and a lot of people got very mad at him for it. And one particular person did not understand what he was saying. I did, because again, you've got to be a critical thinker. But this guy was very much like, he was kind of like a Sheldon Cooper, like, this is exactly how it was said, and that's exactly how I'm going to interpret it, and I'm not going to interpret it in any other possible way or critically think about what he's saying. Like, I understand the idea that when you're reading black and white text, it's not exactly nuanced, but at the same time, because Leon and I don't 100% agree on abortion, but we do. I don't know how to explain it. When he comes on, he can explain it better.
So I think I would be, in theory and in practice, I'm okay with, if you're talking like the first trimester and it's a serious consideration for you, like, it's your, like whatever, you make that decision. But once you get past that first trimester, like, people like to say my body, my choice. Once you get past that first trimester, that baby has a body, like,
right.
So the baby should have a choice, and I'm pretty sure it would choose not to be, ended before it even got a shot.
Yeah, exactly. After birth is not your body, is not even in your body anymore. So you should have no choice. What the hell?
But first off, I know everyone can't see Leon's. Everyone can't see Leon's name. His name is Ruined Fetus.
Oh my!
You can't see it. Also, I want to preface before Leon says anything. After 40, that's where I do agree. If you're going to die, if your choice is death or birth, I don't care. I'm not pro-life if I'm saying, yes, mother, die for your child. Like, that's not pro-life. But then, as I believe Leon's going to take on, there are ways to prevent it, and that's where my conversation came in and where Leon's conversation came in.
Duh, because I support abortions.
I know. But what did you say that the guy would not grasp?
If you all are against abortions, you know what you could do? Instead of, oh, look at this doctor detail what happens when you do a late abortion. Oh, look at this picture of a dead fetus. Because now younger people ain't going to give a fuck. They're going to say, okay, cool, my body, my choice. You teach these motherfuckers how to put on a fucking condom, an IUD, plan B, all these things, a vasectomy, all these things that are necessary. Because guess what? If you get any of those things, or if you get them all together, no pregnancy, no abortion.
That's what I was saying.
Did I just did I just speak some foreign language, Star saying?
No, you did not.
Did I speak some fucking language that's not a part of the conversation of abortion?
Oh, man.
Because guess what? The shit that bothered the fuck out of me
about that guy or about the conversation?
About all of it is that apparently when you bring up ways to not get pregnant, that's not a part of the abortion conversation.
No, of course not.
Because guess what? That's why I don't fucking do debates or conversations with people I don't fucking know. Because the minute you say something they don't fucking agree with, they become a disingenuous fuck. You can say I'm pro-murder. That's not going to faze me. I'm still pro-abortion. Say whatever the fuck you want. If you don't want the baby, you don't want the fucking baby. Ain't nothing I could do. Everybody wants to talk about Bible verses. I got a Bible verse for you. Hold on, let me get my sacred scripture right here. Oh my God. Hold on, I'm gonna turn my camera on just so y'all can see me read my sacred scripture. Hold on just a moment.
But see, that's the thing. After
hold on. I got my camera. I got my camera on. Hello, how y'all doing? I got my Bible verse right here.
Hey,
oh God.
Hold on, one moment.
He turns it back off.
It just turns it off.
he's a little cut off by the banner. The bottom of his camera is like a little. I don't know if you.
Yeah,
adjust.
It is. That's why I had to adjust my camera.
Well, no, you were already all the way off to the right, anyways.
Yeah, because it was on the other monitor screen I have.
Here's the thing.
Hold on. I am back. All right, I am back. All right, back to my scripture. All right, I got it right here. Blah, blah, blah number, blah, blah, blah number. Thou shalt rap it before thou tap it. And guess what? If you don't like it, you ain't gotta like it, bro. Every time I have sex, we going with it. My girl got the thing in her arm. We ain't getting no preggers. We ain't got to worry about no abortions. We good. We good around here.
Yeah, my dad gave me the talk when I was like 15, 16. He was like,
it's all you need.
Magnum. Oh, God.
And Brentley, you were like, Dad, don't worry. I got this.
I was like, ew, Dad. But, I got the talk and it drilled it in. It drilled it in my head good. It was good to hear later, having sex with boys in the butt. It was good that I always wore a condom because I never had a problem.
But that's my point. Like, here's the thing. Right. But here's the thing, because after 40 made a very valid point. I don't trust IUDs. That's one of the few birth control methods that I truly hate and don't recommend because they are they fail every day.
Put Maria's comment on the screen.
Hold on, let me finish. And
you can multitask.
What I've said, and I said it before and I'll say it again. If you do one of two things, which is Moon said, avoid all sexual contact, or you layer the protection, you have next to zero chance of a pregnancy. So you don't just, no offense to after 40, but you don't rely on just one. If you truly don't want to get pregnant, you use a condom, you use spermicidal lube, you follow your cycle, you make sure that you have plan B taken ahead, you use a condom, you use whatever you can. And then when you are able to get either vasectomy or hysterectomy, boom, you do it.
And you can reverse a vasectomy too.
All that. Oh,
I'm showing it. Hold on, I gotta get.
There's no way in hell everybody's going to avoid sex. So,
well, that's the thing.
We can live in delusion about that, but horny motherfuckers are horny motherfuckers.
There are times when birth controls fail, so pregnancy is always a consequence of intercourse. Exactly. And here's the thing: the guy that Leon was talking to pretty much said that he believes that the human race was advanced enough to just avoid sex unless they absolutely wanted a child altogether, which
No.
is not only inconceivable,
No.
but it's also just it's not true. You're expecting every single person to be 100% perfect. Well, that's like asking every single person ever to not get angry or passionate or upset or anything anymore. And the thing is, what nobody's realizing on the topic of people getting mad at Leon for believing in abortion is Leon is in the same boat I'm in. We'd rather they not happen at all. We'd rather
No, you
that
can't
be
say that.
responsible enough to avoid them.
No, because we're still pro murder. That's all we
Oh
are.
my God.
We can present our points. We can do all that is necessary to prevent a pregnancy, which also, spoiler alert, prevents abortion.
Yep.
But no, we're still pro murder. I don't give a fuck. Not my
Because I've
kids.
always
I
said
can't
that
get
if a woman's
pregnant.
gonna die, I just said it earlier. If you're gonna die giving birth to a child, or if the child is not viable, that makes complete and utter sense to me. Because at that point, you're putting everyone through something that imagine a child growing up knowing that they're the reason their mother is dead, or a woman carrying a child to term that is literally not going to make it, that is going to die. And there are women that choose that. There are many that do it. And they choose it because they want to at least hold the child once before it passes away. There are children born with no brains. I've seen it, like children born with like barely any development, but the parents are so desperate to be parents, they're gonna hold that child once. How old am I? I am 35 in June.
Damn.
And Leon is 84.
I don't fucking worry about my fucking age. Don't speak on my age.
He's 85.
If I want to say my
now.
age, I'm gonna say my age. The fuck?
Brent is 16 and Esteban is 4. So
That is not true. I'm gonna be 40 in November.
Oh wow.
Aha.
That's my man.
Look, can't you see the salt in my pepper here?
I finally put some salt in my husband's pepper. It took long enough. He's
I
like, see
already
all these
have-
graves, it's you. I'm like, yeah, you started.
I already have pepper salt on mine.
See, he's got it. It's wisdom.
I have not seen that video. If I have, I don't remember it. But I will tell you right now, Maria, there's a lot of women in the feminist movement that as soon as they find out that their child might be a male,
they abort the fuck out of it. Nah, they fucked up with it.
Oh my.
That's fucked up.
They fucked
Yeah,
up
that
with
is
it.
really fucked up.
They have a
And you
big
know what their
problem.
reason is? They don't want to raise somebody who's gonna end up being a misogynist. And it's like,
And you know what that is? That's
Are you that fucking
sexism.
poor of a
That's
parent?
no sexism.
Yeah, in China they got a big problem right now because they were doing that the other way around. They were aborting all their little baby
Oh, the
girls.
girl.
Yeah,
now-
there was aborting baby girls.
It's not good. It's destabilizing the country because there are more men and there's not enough women.
Can you take that out there, please? Thank you.
Oh, puppies.
God almighty. They were literally sitting right under the microphone doing that bullshit. No, they did this in China, they did it in India, and they've done it in most of the Middle East. And that's why you have a very large discrepancy between men and women now. There's in Korea they did it, Japan they did it somewhat. They discouraged
Moon's
having
comment on the screen.
which comment?
She's
The
talking
one
about
she
baby
just,
formula.
the one where she's talking about boob milk.
Oh yeah, the
this
baby
is
formula
big.
shortage.
First it was pet food.
Leon's so demanding.
Now it's
I ain't got no money for no
Why
fucking
me?
baby, so that's another reason. Fuck a baby.
what will the next food shortage be? I wonder.
You see how
Well,
they tried to take away my chicken.
how many food places have caught fire recently? Mysteriously.
So the other thing that I heard about that was that like fires at like processing plants like that are not uncommon, and that we just people just started noticing them and keeping track. So I don't know if that's actually like a thing or if they're like intentionally blowing up food processing. I mean, that'd be kind of crazy if they were actually doing that.
Fires are not uncommon. Fires that destroy the whole building are. I'm gonna give the dogs chew treats. I'll be right back. You gentlemen talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, so Active One is like food pages sketching. So if you just like Google like news search like food processing plant fire, you get a lot of hits, especially over the last like
Wow.
9 months or so. And it's like every couple of days there's a new story about it somewhere else, and it's like it's global too. And so people are openly wondering, put on your like tinfoil hat and like conspiracy theorize, like, are they doing this intentionally so that, it's further, putting stress on the supply chain and driving the price of certain things up, or driving, more like lack of availability. So you'll notice in the food store, certain things it's harder to find, like food, cat food, dog food. Sometimes you're like, that was the first thing I noticed, is that my favorite brand of dog food was no longer available. And that happened pretty early in the lockdowns. And then a lot of people started to catch on the same thing with like cat food. And now it's like baby formula. And then we had the toilet paper rush. So these people are wondering, it's like, is this intentional? Is it, accidental? Is it some combination of, just bad mismanagement and actual people looking to profit or to stress the supply line? Because, I went to this Myth Informed conference, and I watched James Lindsay talk about Klaus Schwab and all these people, and they're like crazy, like they're really like kind of cuckoo bananas what they want to do, and they're openly talking about how they want to do it, and all these little like things that happen that put strain on the economic system makes them, gives them a little bit more things to be like, oh, well, we need to come in and manage this from a higher level. It's all very disturbingly communist.
The toilet paper thing was stupid because the thing is, there was no shortage. People just bought too much toilet paper. I saw people buying literally, I'm not joking, 10 things of toilet paper. There was 2 people in the household, but they were buying toilet paper like by the mounds. My husband's job, they saw how desperate it was. They put aside a whole pallet of Cottonelle for everyone at the warehouse.
I don't know if you guys know this. I've had a lot of people in my house. I did Airbnb for many years in New York. So I've had like, dozens of people come through my house and stay for periods of time. Some people abuse toilet paper like you would not believe.
Wow.
Man, I got a shit.
That must be a lot of shit.
And guess what? After I shit, I'm taking some pieces of toilet paper home.
It's called wet wipes, you heathens.
No.
Oh yeah, you could buy wet wipes.
I ain't buying no wet wipes in my ass, Trevor.
Then now we know why Leon's ass ain't clean. I'll tell you what.
Don't worry about it. We know why yours wet. Nasty
yes,
ass.
it is. It is wet and it is clean. You will never find a cleaner asshole on this side of the East Coast. Let me tell you something.
No
I believe in a clean booty.
Hey, you could try it all with toilet paper.
I have a ritual where I
have to stay wet.
I have my morning poo, and then I go right into the shower. It's like a whole thing. It works out.
Yeah, that's right, Matt. You haven't talked about any shortage of formula. Formula goes out nice and neat at your job. And the thing is, did you know, let me educate you as a person with IBS. Most toilet paper is designed to break down rather quickly in water, which is why using it for wet wipes doesn't really work and why it falls apart so quickly. Most flushable wipes for the longest time did not break down in water, but now I know for a fact at least the Walmart one does. I found that out the hard way. Well, I was trying to clean the cat bowls with it. I was like, you know what? I need something. I grabbed a wet wipe. I was scrubbing the cat bowl and it was falling apart in my hand. And I was like, well, son of a bitch. And so that didn't work. But they have to break them down because did you know one of the biggest issues with waterways, sewage, and pipe, and it wastes billions of dollars worldwide is flushable wipes, tampons, and pads, and cooking fat are the top reasons why most infrastructure gets fucked up, and we spend a lot of money on it because they have to pump metric tons out of the general sewage of most cities.
Yeah,
you gonna come eat my shit, man?
What?
You gonna come eat my shit? You complain about it?
Listen, I ain't gonna eat nothing.
I gotta wipe my ass, and I'm gonna use toilet paper.
It's gonna heavy. Since we are expecting people to freak out about it, yeah, it's true, babe.
You
Who
know
the
what?
fuck flushes tampons and pads? I will tell you honestly, after 40, many women do because we're taught that it's okay. We were taught that it was fine. People even flush the plastic applicators. Like, who thinks that's a wise choice? But people do it.
Flush them lady products. Those lady products are a lot of padding.
Fuck a tampon.
Well, now we know Leon flushes his lady products, just like I flush mine. No.
Oh.
Yeah.
The only people that really realize not to do it.
So Dark Base hasn't seen a shortage of formula. Captain Fluffy Claus thinks it's intentional. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think about these explosions and these fires?
I think they are intentional. I think they're designed perfectly to make people panic because they now realize making people panic is all too easy. 2020 was a great social experiment in the way that they could easily control populations. And while there is a percentage of the population that wakes up from certain things, there's a larger percentage that will just doesn't matter what evidence as long as they get scared enough. I mean, for instance, and I know it's going to sound weird, but I was watching Leon's video this morning about Patrice Cullors, right? And I heard the sigh. And
lady,
what did she say when she was bitching about Candace Owens? What if next time they come armed? What if next time they're more violent? Mind you, she literally led the international charge of violent riots across the world. But
no, she didn't.
And got
She
paid
was
what?
start saying you fucking racist.
I know.
That woman saved me.
I just hate them minorities.
She saved the black community. Remember that time when she
single-handedly
with what money? Money that's not even given to you.
The money that she gave to those people who
I love you, Leon.
and remember that time that building was on fire and Black Lives Matter?
Exactamundo. But you know what? We all know she had a fire kid's birthday party, you know? I'm just saying.
So question, just out of the blue. What the fuck does your ratchet ass son birthday got to do with the black community? I just want
hello. It's helping impoverished children.
What the fuck does a party for Biden's presidency got to do with the fucking black community?
We are celebrating the blackest president ever to exist. The most popular one too. And Mo
Oh God, Obama?
No, of course Biden.
I feel like
remember, if you don't vote for Biden, you ain't black.
You ain't black.
Come on, guys, get with the program.
My boyfriend hated that shit.
Topless cartoon about that.
When he said that, you know, if you don't vote for him, you're not black.
Georgia.
I didn't hear him talking shit in the background. I love it.
George Topless made a really good cartoon where he like actually showed Joe Biden like taking the blackness from a black woman.
Oh yes, that one. Oh my God, the liberals hate him. You know why?
Oh, dude, Reddit people on Reddit are threatening to end him. Like seriously.
Oh yeah. They
really
made
don't
this
like
comment
him.
that was absolutely hilarious, and it was not too long after he did the Joe Biden sleeping out the blackness. It was these liberal women like, I hate you, but your art is so good. And then they kiss in a storm, and I'm like, it's so fucking true because like a lot of liberals believe that Republicans can't possibly be talented in any sense of the word, and I have found a lot of liberals when they don't like me after whatchamacallit. You have that picture on, I know, babe, because I showed it to you. Whatchamacallit. Shit, I lost train of thought. Damn it, Matthew.
Man.
But oh yeah, whenever they argue with me, the first thing liberals do is they go to my Instagram and then they tell me your art is shit. By the way, I'm like, okay.
The personal attacks are just so like high school level maturity. Like when you attack somebody's character, you come at their person instead of like discussing the ideas. It just tells me that you're not mature enough to have the conversation and that I should block you and move on. Like it's silly.
See, I just never block. I don't want someone the pleasure of knowing that they pissed me off that much. Plus, usually I troll them enough that they just get annoyed. Huh?
No, Danny was on the screen.
Oh, where's Dan?
He's here. Hold on. Let me I have to turn.
Tell him to put the drumsticks down.
Hey, what's up? Oh, hold on. Oh, sorry. I was in the shower. Sorry.
How dare you? We don't accept anything around these parts.
Yeah, I told Brian. I was like, yeah, just go
Hi,
jump.
Tuba.
Hold on.
Oh, Sherry, you trying to move?
Matthew, are you on break, babe?
Jesus Christ. You're dumb.
Never mind, we can't move the camera yet.
So retarded. What are you trying to do?
Uh-oh. He used the R word.
You can't say that word
am I
on
canceled?
here,
We're canceled now.
Daniel is not good.
I've been canceled a
at
million times
controlling
over. So
his
I'm from New Jersey. I know that's an excuse, but it's also an explanation. So.
No, you're
My
just,
job
you're
got
closer to New
canceled,
England. We use
so-
that word all the time.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I agree with Leon. Like, I don't know what the point
I'm gonna
is
make smoke pictures.
of using the mansions. But at first, Leon, I was with you because I know you said at the time, like, Taylor Lorenz. I was on the side of you with, like, you know, it was wrong of Candace to show up at her door. But then Gothic made a very good point yesterday. These are publicly bought houses for a business. And you've got like 20 of them. And you're using them for personal gain when you're supposed to use them for your public business.
That's because it's all a lie. They ain't doing shit for the niggas.
Oh, damn.
It's fucking ridiculous. It is ridiculous.
He about to get me canceled. All right,
For
babe.
what?
Drive safely. I'll see you in a bit.
I'm black. I
Can
can
you
say
bring me home a
nigga. The
Dunkin'?
rest of you can't.
Matthew, bring me home a large iced caramel, extra cream, 4 sugars. I love you.
Okay.
That's my coffee, by the way, guys.
He ain't hear that.
He heard it. Matthew knows what's up.
Now, what if he turned it off right as you said that?
I doubt it.
You gonna be stuck and mad.
Nope. Because guess what?
So how about you text him? How about you text him?
Because he'll listen to it. I'm going to call him.
How about you text him to make sure?
I'll just call him because I'm a wife. And
that also works too.
Listen.
You mad because I'm making sure you get coffee.
I'm making sure.
Type shit. You should be saying thank you.
I have to say thank you to Leon to making sure that you heard my message.
Yeah.
Matthew's listening still.
No,
I
well,
did actually call you.
better be motherfucking safe than motherfucking sorry.
I'm not using your government last name, babe.
Oh.
Can you get me my coffee, please?
Worry about that.
I love you. You're so handsome. Thank you.
It'll just switch like this.
That's a yes. Huh? I do. That's why I stayed married to you. That too.
Leon
But
is
I
nice in
also
his own
brought you
special
up
way.
afterwards.
Thank you, Moon. And fuck you, Star.
Fuck you too, Leon. You know how he talks to me, babe?
Like anybody
Very
else?
disobedient nephew.
I talk to you like I talk to everybody else.
Oh, okay. A cancellation's in order.
We might have to rejoin. real
Okay,
quick.
well, you
Better cancel
drive
that
safely.
fucking
I will see you
coffee
get
order.
home. What?
My
I'm sure you'll notice. But all right,
Okay, what?
I love you. I gotta get back to the stream now. I have my friends waiting for me.
I don't know you.
Bye.
But you talk to her like every week or every day.
Leon and I talk every fucking day, at least once a day. Usually,
Once? Oh, that's how you feel? Yeah. Don't worry about it.
yeah, we at least talk.
We have like 6 conversations throughout the whole 24 hours of the fucking day. Majority of the shit at 4 o'clock in the morning.
It really is. I'll get a message.
Wow.
Auntie.
No, dickhead. Don't act like you don't do the same thing.
I didn't say I don't. Usually I'm sending him weird ass. Wait, where did Brentley and Dan go?
No, he said he had to go.
Oh damn, I didn't hear him.
Thursday. Let me tell you about my day.
Oh god.
And like why I'm just now joining this stream and not earlier.
I figured something was up because usually I see you active and that's when I send it to you.
No, motherfucker, you just send me the fucking message. I'm not everybody else. I read messages.
God almighty. Just tell me what's going on.
So I'm trying to fix my girlfriend's camera battery because it ain't been charging.
Mm-hmm.
And the backstory is she got a new charger because she couldn't find her old one. And she got like the same charger as I have for my camera.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, maybe you got a faulty battery or battery charger. So I looked inside my fucking charger. You know how they got the little indicators of the weather, make sure your battery gets plugged in, right?
Mm-hmm.
This motherfucker bought the wrong charger.
Wow.
And it will make it worse. She went there with the camera and they gave her the wrong fucking charger.
Are you serious? So she went to the experts.
It took 5 fucking seconds for me to look at that box and say, this is for what them cameras called? Them Nixons or them Nickens. She has a Canon camera.
Damn.
This shit is specifically not for a Canon. But she where she at? I ain't gonna say where she at because I don't know everybody on this stream. Might be a fucking weirdo.
True.
So I show up and I show her this shit. And she's like, well, fuck, I don't know what to do. I'm like, send me that fucking receipt. And now she got $83 waiting for her.
I'll say, were you a Karen? Because that's how I get shit done.
Oh, absolutely. I had legitimate reason to be. Because there ain't no fucking way you gonna work somewhere. You gonna work at Best Buy and have somebody walk in and show you this shit. And you still sell them the wrong fucking thing.
For real.
Nikon. That one.
Nikon,
nigga, whatever.
He said Nikon.
He's trying to make it sound racist.
Right?
That Nikon over there.
Ruined fetus. Now I see his screen name. Oh, man.
That's insane. I love it. There the boys are. No, let me tell you something. It's like my husband, we actually have a joke now in the household. Because I've been in customer service for so long, I know how to talk to customer service. And sometimes I don't want to have to be the one talking. So I'll be like, Matthew, give him a call. He'll be like, I don't want to. And I'm like, why? He goes, they never listen to me like they listen to you. And I'll visit Nikon. Yeah, exactly. Allison. But whatchamacalls it. And he'll be like, they don't listen to me. I never get him to listen enough. And I'm like, all you got to do is be like, emphatic. Don't be insulting. But, say to them, hey, this isn't fucking right. Although I will say again, the day that the electric company busted down my fucking fence, that was the only time I got relatively violent.
Oh, see, Starzan, while I respect what you just said, I didn't do that. I went in there.
You were like, that is not how everything went down. I became a Karen.
And 2 people got cursed out because there's no way y'all work at Best Buy and somebody walks in with a camera saying, hey, I need this type of battery. And you sell a motherfucker the wrong charger. And Moon, you don't want to know what we talk about.
Wait, why are we talking about Best Buy?
Oh, because
it's Leon.
Leon's poor girlfriend got.
I'm sorry. Are we going back to abortions?
We missed a bit of the conversation.
It made me think of
switch cameras.
It made me think of a tweet that was tweeted at us a couple of days ago by one of our viewers who said they had a dream that me and Brent owned a Best Buy for some reason. And they were like friends with us, or I think they owned it with us. I don't fucking remember the rest of it.
There's never gonna be a time where we're owning Best Buy together. Sorry.
Yeah, and for some reason we owned a Best Buy, and like we hung out with him and stuff, and it was like a great dream. And I'm just like, wow, I guess.
Is this the kind of guy that you don't want to be your follower? Is it?
No, he's really cool. It's just it was a really random dream. I'm just like, why Best Buy?
Why do we own a Best Buy?
Nephew, why don't you dream about us owning a Best Buy together?
Fuck you. Fix this. You need to fix this little layout you got.
Why?
Because it's not sized. It's not sized correctly. You got this fucking creek still out. No, that's not even. That's worse. But good.
Hold on.
Just bumped all of us to the bone.
It's not sized. It's still not sized.
It's like sized for what I
not.
I think he means it needs to be like closer to the page.
It needs to be readjusted.
Well, I gotta figure that out. For today, this is how it's gonna be.
Honestly, I commend you for doing these streams because as an artist, I don't know. I rarely like sit and do a single thing, like a piece in one sitting. I just don't work.
You need
like
to,
that.
man. It's so.
I just don't like. Maybe like drawings. I've done that before, where I've sat and I've done a drawing in one sitting, but not with like color and that sort of thing.
I will say.
I also, I work in oil, so it's.
I was gonna say you work in oil, so that might be why. But I will say that doing this has forced me to be a better artist. it has pushed me to actually have a better look on my artwork. Is it because of the names, Leon? Is that what bothers you? The name itself not being showing up?
No, it's literally the shit is too. I don't know how to fucking word this. Your black little spot right there in the right corner is too big. You need to bring it down some so that you have your logo and all your names still right there. Because if somebody is in that other format that you had, half of their face gonna get cut out.
Well, I normally don't have this many people on. We're just having a powwow today.
Yeah.
Well, my bad for helping you.
No, I'm trying to think of how to do it.
Next time, find your own nigga to help you.
Oh my god! No, I'm trying to figure out because I understand what you're saying, but right now my brain cannot comprehend the idea.
Like right now, look what's in front of my face. This weird.
It's making up for the lack of beard.
This galaxy condo right here. Like, what is this?
I think you feel like personally attacked right now. Like,
No, because when I was over there, like half of my screen was cut out.
Now he's like, why this logo gotta be over my face and shit like this? Like,
It could have been over your face. It had the same issue. But my bad. Sorry, I helped you. Don't ask me for advice no more.
I'm still trying to figure it out.
Matter of fact, yesterday I take back what I said. Put the makeup on.
You such an ass. So yesterday I recorded. Was it yesterday? Whatever the fuck I recorded. And I sent a message to Leon because I know Leon won't be a liar.
Oh my god, you gotta bring up those condoms again.
What a great day.
What a great
It's great when you got these in your life.
solved your charger problem. I know what's gonna happen for me tonight. No, but whatchamacallit though. So I messaged him because when I posted the photo of me and Sinbad, everyone was like, "Oh my god, you look so good, fresh faced. You should do more videos, fresh faced." I was like, "All right, it's late. I gotta do a video anyway. I'm gonna message Leon because Leon will be honest and be like, no, because other people will be like, oh, you look fine. No, I need someone.
You was waiting for me to say you was ugly.
I was like, he'll tell me if I'm ugly or not. He'll be like, nah, bitch, put on some makeup, cover that shit up.
But I've already done it. I've talked to you about your hair. You don't care. I've talked to you about your makeup. You still don't care.
I mean, that's
no. There's a difference.
At least you know I'm honest. You can come to me for an honest opinion.
Exactly. And so I messaged him. He's like, bitch, you look fine. I
didn't say that
word because I know you didn't say that. I can't say the word you did use.
See, you a liar. See, you lied about
why
messaging
you can't
me.
say it.
Because I will get canceled.
Canceled for what?
From you.
Canceled. You're already canceled.
I'm a fat white woman. There's certain words that politically I'm not allowed to say.
Wait, you can't say nigga?
Exactly.
Oh my god.
I don't got enough woke points for that. Look at his damn eyebrows.
Not one, but two homosexuals who have been banned off of Twitter recently for like a week for using the F word to refer to themselves as.
Oh my god, are you serious? He uses that word like 24/7.
Oh,
you.
I love that word.
He's like, I can't even fight you. I do say that word.
What? Fuck?
No, the other F word.
Our N word. A bundle of sticks.
Yes.
It rhymes with maggot.
Faggot.
Yeah, he said, it's all him, YouTube. It's all It's all him.
I just fucked it up.
Esteban, what? No, I can't say that. And now here I am cursing. I'm like, what the?
They'll snatch you, Esteban. You can't do that.
They're gonna find this video.
What happened to be called Afro-American? I like that name. I know. Hey, listen.
It's like,
Who the fuck was ever called Afro-American?
that term's been used. That term has been used before. And those are lazy people who didn't want to say the last part, African. They're just like, screw it, Afro-American.
Well, it doesn't work, right? Because not all black people come from Africa.
Well, that's why that term fell out of favor, and that's why black is actually the more common.
Here, hold on. I'll be right back, guys. All right, you want to go outside? Is that what you want? Come on.
Oh man.
It's the dog in here.
Yeah, he's laying down. He's
I'm like,
he's
where's
out.
our dog?
He is passed out from his walk. It was good. It was a good walk. Tire them out. Gotta tire out the puppies. So otherwise they get,
Why'd you look at me?
Hmm?
You said tire out the puppies, and then you looked at me.
Oh, I got
Can't you see Leon's face?
I just see an
All I see is hair.
It's got like a magical crown of like the universe. It's very pretty.
I see a
I'm a little
Afro
to be
American.
honest.
But no, I was crazy for pointing this out. You can't see me? I wonder why. I wonder what could be the reason you.
It is a
I
big
had to
logo.
change my camera. At
I
the
mean, she
beginning.
could just make it like a little smaller.
Starson has
move it down.
some really faith in us, and she'll just leave us here on.
She will just leave us here. Like we could just
Yup.
ruin it right now.
We could just ruin her stream.
Drop
What's your favorite-
F-bomb.
What's your favorite conspiracy theory, guys? Go.
I have too many to name.
No, I want to hear Esteban's or Leon's.
OJ did it.
OJ
did it. That's not a
Oh, Sinbad.
There's a kitten.
Oh my god.
And kitten.
OJ did it.
OJ.
While the dogs are outside, I thought I'd bring Sinbad on for everyone to see how
my
cute
God.
he is.
And
What is that?
that
It's
is-
called a cat.
that is
Oh, it's called something else.
It's a teeny kitty.
It's a
You
key.
take it, your baby.
So cute. Oh my gosh.
Check your Instagram, Star saying.
Give me
Hold
the
on, I'm
kitten.
petting pussy. You gotta give me a minute.
I'm petting priorities, man.
Oh my god, he said the word pussy.
I sure did. That one's a lot better to say than the one you did.
You can't
I've
say
had people attack me for that shit.
the word is a no-no.
Yeah,
word.
you can't
say that one.
See
I've been nicked off of Twitter for a week for using that one.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I
yeah, to
even-
see you
I
next
even
Tuesday?
barred out the U.
Yeah. CUNT is like a no.
That's a no-no.
Uh-huh.
They don't like that
Are
one.
you looking
Especially
at
on
the
Twitter.
camera?
The other
So
thing-
about
you can't-
30 seconds ago, it was commented that nobody could see my face. I wonder why. Star saying. Could it be that what I gave you was accurate?
I mean,
I didn't say it wasn't.
could you angle your camera down a bit?
No.
No, he's not willing.
No, he wants to suffer the consequences.
This is proof.
This is victim culture, right? You want to be a victim right now.
Yep. I want to be a victim today. You can only see one of my
Depression
eyes. I'm a victim.
I'm a victim.
No,
See, and
isn't
that's why I'm
Star Sam being the
balancing out
victim?
oppression with the cuteness.
Where's the respect for a marginalized human being?
So much.
He's a marginalized. He is a red male.
I'm
He is
so
marginalized.
black. I'm so orange. I'm a red breed.
I'm a rare breeze.
Are you enjoying the cuddles?
Either
Oh
lighting
my
in
god,
the- in
she's
your
falling
room is
asleep
really
in your
orange.
hand.
He is, and that's a
Yeah,
problem because the
he
dogs are
is.
outside. That's how I was able to do this.
Oh, the kitty.
Why don't you go back to your now?
I can't wait for Star Sam to check her Instagram so she could just say "fuck you" to me.
All right, let me go put him back in his crate so that way I can come back yelling it at Leon.
Baby kitty.
Say bye bye.
How old's that kitty?
He is like maybe 9 weeks.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
he's a baby.
They get really they get furry fast. 9 weeks.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
That's pretty crazy.
I miss my cat.
So, how many weeks of gestation do you think is okay before you can have an abortion, Daniel?
Before cats can have an abortion.
No, people.
Oh man.
They said 20 weeks.
Oh, you're
20 weeks is what? That's 5 months? No, that's
4 months. Yeah, 4 months abortions. It's
That's
fucking crazy.
that's
I
that's
don't
that's a
know,
little yeah.
I don't. It's,
Do you know what? You know the other thing about abortion that is never really brought up in the conversation is how much money the pharmaceutical industry makes from the tissue that they harvest. Like that tissue just doesn't
that's
get like.
conspiracy talk.
Oh no! Oh no! There is a lot of money. We're talking billions of dollars
Yeah.
a year. In
Well,
terms
it's
of research
the same
material.
with the whole transition
Stem cells.
industry. You know.
all of it. Very profitable material.
Conspiracy.
All right, let's see what Leon did.
It's the truth. Also, it's no conspiracy that they put a lot of Planned Parenthood and clinics in areas that are predominantly Latino and African American
So
dominant.
that's
Oh,
actually,
they absolutely did.
that's one of the subjects that
They
we.
did that.
That's one of the subjects we're going to talk about tomorrow.
Orange.
Our
Fuck you, Leon.
with Alexia Williams. But,
Oh, yeah.
that's one of the things we're going to discuss. I wanted to talk to her about. Get her.
Did you like my message,
I
Starshine?
can't stand your ass.
Sit down.
I
Can you
can't.
read it?
Oh man.
Can you read it?
No, of course he
no.
can't.
Yes, he said, "Is that orange chicken? Go put that orange chicken back to bed."
Wow.
Piece of shit.
Oh,
He's so bad.
That's funny.
All I know is that he's adorable, and
thank you.
Sinbad is my witchful baby.
Oh, thank
There's
you.
indeed a lot of money involved in. Yes, the kitten. What other baby was it? He's my baby. See, that's my nephew, and I don't think I have titles for the rest of you. You guys are just my gays, and I love you for it.
Okay.
Homophobic.
It's true. Listen, I'm only half homophobic. The other half is
Hey,
homo.
isn't Leon half homophobic too?
I don't know. When you're bisexual, I don't know where do we fall into place. We used to be the ostracized ones. I can't tell if we still are. Do we still
I get a
exist, Leon?
homosexual pass. What y'all talking about?
Do we are we still accepted or are we still ostracized? What is
You're
it?
not Vogue anymore.
I don't know about you, but I don't care.
Most bisexuals don't identify as bisexual because they tend to end up in relationships that are either heterosexual or homosexual in nature. So
Good point.
they
That
tend to
doesn't
be
make any sense to me.
whatever. I mean, that's been my experience. Like, I'm technically bisexual. Like, there's like, one in every like 10,000 women I see. I'm like, oh, I could still do it now, maybe. And and I have had sex with women in the past. So it's
Don't talk about our past, Brentley. He's right there.
I'm just saying.
I'm Gold Star, so
Daniel's a Gold
Listen.
Star guy.
yeah.
But I identify as gay, and I have been for a very long time. I went through a very short bisexual period when I came out in high school.
See, for me, I'm just straight bisexual. I like both. It doesn't matter that I'm married to a man. I still think women are quite lovely. And a lot of people get mad at me for that. They're like, how can you be bisexual and be so oppressive? I'm like, depends on what your definition of oppression is. I talk logic, and that's oppressive to you.
I also think women are quite lovely. The difference here is the arousal part.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I have. too.
Yeah, I mean, I like to look at women, and I think, when I see a beautiful, gorgeous woman, I can admire her beauty. There's just no arousal there. That's what it comes down to,
I can't relate on that because I definitely. Let's just say I do.
Okay, men. Obviously, I look at men more. But
I like
You're just
to,
a
Better not be
lesbians and I
kids
am. Let me
listening to
tell
the
you
stream.
I like this.
Would the term bisexual disappear if there was no binary gender? Well, that's the thing.
that's
Because they treat it like there is no binary already. Like, if you're a lesbian, but you don't go after people who happen to possess a penis, well, you're no longer truly a lesbian.
well,
And if
this is also why there's
Pansexual.
conflict
What
in
is
the
that?
whole
Shit.
in the acronym community amongst certain trans people who say aren't with the woke in a sense, because that's what they're seeing happening. They kind of need the binary. It's part of their identity too, right? Like the whole point of trans, right, is you're trying to switch from one to the other to appear as the other. You kind of need a binary to do that, right? That's the point of going from one to the other. So many trans people actually do have issue or don't see themselves as comrades in a sense with the people who identify as like non-binary and queer and that sort of thing, because to them, yes, there's a binary.
Well, that's what I get so annoyed about. I'm like, listen, you can't sit there and tell people that you're completely valid and everything that you think, but then that they're not valid because what they say doesn't rely on you. Chaco, I keep getting interrupted when I go to read your stuff. Does Sinbad have a ship? No, he only has a bed. I did get him a lamb chop, though, and he loves it.
They ask if he has a ship.
Yeah, well, because Sinbad sailed the seas.
Ah, okay.
But
Lame.
I Don't you hate on my baby?
Lame.
Starship.
Why I gotta creak my neck all the way over here to be seen? What type of shit is this?
I can see you. There you are, right there on the side.
I gotta creak my neck all the way the fuck over here to be seen.
Listen, Esteban said it. You could tilt the camera down.
That was
Yeah, you could.
Or Brent,
no.
whoever said it.
Oh, it's Brent that said it. Yeah.
I don't want you motherfuckers to look at my
Daniel.
keyboard.
That's Daniel.
Whoever said it, I don't know.
That I'm doing.
He wants to be a victim. He's like, I need to be a victim right now.
I am a victim. I gotta creak my neck the way over here to be seen.
Oh,
You
it's so
paying for my
hard.
fucking hospital bill, Star Man.
Listen,
Star
welcome to
saying
the
you're
generation.
pressing him.
Listen to the
I
white
mean,
woman.
We'll just talk to the fro. It's whatever. Fuck it. Whatever. We're not
God damn it! I scrolled.
It looks good with the little crown, right?
Yeah,
right
it's
there.
like
it's perfect.
the crown.
Oh my god, that's true. You do kind of get a crown going on there, Leon.
It's his tiara.
Yeah.
You just leave that up the entire time. Like,
Oh, I love it.
Cyberpunk.
your
that
arm
would
will get
be
tired.
hard. Someone help me out with a cyberpunk idea. We only got 5 minutes left in the stream. What
God
what
damn
would be a
it.
cyberpunk idea with mermaids?
A robot tail.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like a cybernetic fishtail that you
Hmm.
can attach to the body and the central nervous system, which then controls it.
Tell me how you know Dangerous Rhetoric's in New York. You can hear the construction.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
I'm not complaining. It's it's weird because here you don't hear construction.
There's a bus stop like literally in front of my building.
Yeah. So we kind of just came to terms with the fact that just because of where the studio and the apartment ended up, and this was the best place for it at the front of the apartment where the street is, that background noise is going to be part of the Dangerous Rhetoric
Oh
experience.
no, it definitely makes sense. I just laugh because it's
Moon
like
is also in New York. Hello, Moon.
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
and also by the way, guys, I am thinking of trying to find a way to get up there for the New York Comic Con. That's in the fall, right?
Mm.
Oh, well, you come.
Yeah.
We have guest room.
You have to come up 5 floors, but
It
and
is
we have
5
no
floors.
elevator.
No elevator.
You have no elevator. Moon, how many floors you got?
Oh man, it's that old school New York buildings. I used to live in that
Damn.
too.
Star saying ain't going there.
1901, 1902,
Yeah.
the building.
Oh
we're in right
shit,
now.
that was for them thin people. I'm too fat phobic for that.
The late Victorian brownstone.
Maybe harpoon guns. Oh,
Star
that's
says gotta get to work and
Man.
walking them steps.
We walked on.
damn. I don't know. I got
Yeah,
arthritis.
just-
Forget the steps. That's gonna fucking hurt.
Leon's
dare
gonna
you
jump
leave
back in
me,
and push us over. Watch, we're gonna get pushed over.
That's fine. We could do
That's
that.
fine.
It
I wanna
didn't. I
do
think
a
it's I got
crown.
it set up. Hold on. Let me see.
I hope he pushed
Oh.
me with the
Oh
crown.
man.
Definitely like, woo.
No.
Yeah,
This
there you
shit
go.
is
If I
all
switch it to that, it
fucked
does
up.
happen. If I go to this, hold on. Don't do anything. Hold on. I'm just testing.
Wow. All
Not
right.
breast implants. God, cybernetic.
You know, you and Gothics are the same way. Don't know how to work technology.
Listen,
True.
I figure it out as I go
I'm like
along.
that too. I'm like that too. Like I can like use it, but if a problem arises, I'm like Brent.
Brent, make it work.
I'm like Brent, make it
I
work.
can operate. I can operate. I can operate.
But I can use it, but don't get me to fix it. Mm-mm.
I have an idea. I've made it.
Most of the time, the tech just works, and then sometimes you have to restart your computer.
The problem I have is that I am very much a plug it in and just figure it out as it goes along. And if it works, yay. If it doesn't, well, I'm just gonna have to keep figuring it out.
Swing it. It's like life.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm really bad about that.
So what are you working on there?
So I'm just doing all the mermaid prompts. So I did this last week, and honestly, it was so less stressful this way. I'm just gonna do all the prompts in one day and then just scan them and upload them.
Mm.
And it's working out so much better for me because I already did. Let's see, I already sketched out 2 others or 3 others. So I did the one I did today, which was Vibe, and then I did Superstar, which of course I'm gonna have Playco because she's my superstar, and then Mermaids, and so now I'm working on Cyberpunk. So that way I get them all done. So that way the only time I'm actually actively drawing the day of is going to be on Tuesdays with you guys. So that way I can have my peoples involved in all of it.
I have a question too. Another question.
I
What
answer.
do you do with all of the finished drawings?
I
imagine
keep it all.
you would run out of space eventually.
I keep it all.
You need to start selling some of them. I think you should put a website up and get a Starson gallery thing going on where you
And
sell
someone would
some of
love
the
my
pieces.
stuff.
Yeah, sign them, that sort of thing. Put them in a plastic, or people can frame them, that sort of thing. Why
I
not?
don't know. I'm weird.
Good idea.
Eventually, over time, all these streams that you're doing, you're gonna have so many. You're gonna be like, your husband's gonna be like, honey, you gotta fucking sell some of these. Like they're just
Oh.
a stack of drawings in this room and a stack over here. Like,
Oh, you have no idea how much I will hold on to stuff. He learned that the hard way because, like, I've got drawings from when I was like young,
same. So do I.
Mhm.
Yeah.
and that's why it's just like
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
hang
the
on.
idea of letting it go.
I
Like,
can let things go, but I do keep a lot of sentimental things, and I hoard books. Like if we move the camera right now,
Oh my god.
maybe we should do that. I'm going to give you guys a little view of the Dangerous Frederick Library right now.
he just drops it all. See,
He's got-
Maria, to me,
Slow
again,
down,
even
slow
though I know that you're not lying. Oh yeah, see, I still have a ton of that. I have, all right, so beside me, I have a whole shelf, and then I've got the whole desk, and I have a shelf full of just because everything, like she said, I keep it in. See, you guys have actual books.
Wow.
Whoa, slowly, Daniel.
Stop
There's also
being
something
yeah,
I
but like
oh.
the above doesn't apply just apply to Star Sign. Yes, Dan is an amazing artist.
Okay, Daniel.
But like after 40 said, most of mine are in sketchbooks. So it's like, see, exactly. Now I'm cool with selling prints, but I have a very hard time letting go. These are my babies. I don't want to. So it's difficult for me. And I'm not saying you guys are wrong because you're not. But the idea of doing it literally gives me anxiety. Don't ask me why. The idea of selling them, I'm like, but, like, it's the best way to phrase it. I have nothing logical to say except for, but.
I'm not a hoarder.
I am.
He's definitely a hoarder.
See, you can't get mad at me. You're the same, Dad. We're the same.
Eddie said, you need more books. I wish.
Listen.
If I had more
Stop
room,
being-
yes.
Stop.
I mean,
I
my
wanna
dream
how
is
long
to
it's
have a massive library.
That's like
Tarlock, I do read the chat, and here's what I will tell you. I this is gonna sound really self-deprecating. I don't think I'm even there yet. I think that I am good at the level I'm at, but I don't think I'm good at art like I should be. Like, I find Dan to be exceedingly more talented than me. Edie's more talented than me. There's many people who are I have been able to brainwash into thinking I'm a really talented artist and on their level, so it's fantastic. And so I collect them like Pokemon, but like I got Moon, I've got Edie, I've got all these people in my Discord, I've got Nikki, and so to be an artist is to never stop. To be an artist,
Honestly, though, I have been seeing improvement in your work just since we became friends and I started following you, and you've just watching you do these streams and put more and more stuff out. I see them on Instagram too after you scan them in, so you can really like see the colors and that sort of thing. You're improving.
knows what I'm talking about.
Your figurative work and stuff. I can see you're good at drawing. Like I could see you illustrating comics and that sort of thing with the style that you have. You could do a whole freaking series, but that's a lot of dedication, drawing pages out, and that's
exactly. And I'm still getting there.
But there's work in that, you know. I have some friends who do that, and we've had one guest on, George Alexopoulos. You guys might know him. Pretty fairly well known political cartoonist, and he just bangs these things out quick, his political cartoons. But if you see his other work, he does graphic novels and stuff too. With more
He still hasn't agreed to the porn yet, though. He hasn't gotten enough.
He does more detailed work in his like narrative stuff, his more serious stuff. But the comics that he's more well known for, like those are like his practice drawings. He says like he does those in the sitting, like on the fly, and when he's just sketching or some new thing happened that's memeable, he'll just bang one out.
I just love how he trolls people when he finds out that they find his artwork. He's like, thanks for the free advertising. Like,
he tells people too. He says, share it everywhere, share them everywhere. You know, he doesn't care. He's
really
it
is 3 o'clock.
He's really cool.
Well,
he's actually
yeah, it's 3:03.
He's nearby us, George. He's in New Jersey. I believe he's in Newark right now. But he's gonna come by soon once we have everything here finished, because we need to get one more microphone. We're gonna arrange stuff in this table, and we really want to start doing more in-person talks on the show. over time. So, and then hopefully when people come to New York and they're in town, we can say, hey, we saw you're in town. Why don't you come stop by the studio and sit down with us and chat? So that's the real goal. But George might be our first in-person guest. We'll see.
Well, I definitely would love to watch because he's just so talented, dude. He's so
awesome.
fucking talented.
Yeah. He's funny as hell too.
I will tell you right now, Tarlock, the main thing is to not do what I did and just completely go off for 10 years. That's the main thing. You have to keep doing it. And one of the reasons why I wanted to do these weekly streams, I knew streaming was a great way to get into social media and to get into YouTubing, but I wanted to do it this way because one, I find drawing to be an integral part of my life that I let go for too long. And so I wanted to find a way to incorporate it back into what I was doing for work. And, to get people to notice my artwork, frankly, and two, to force myself to weekly produce artwork because I would sometimes draw like a mad woman. And again, Dan, you might relate to me on this. You'll go through a period where you can't stop producing artwork every single
I think my brain is running right now. I'm already thinking of where I am now.
There you go. And you'll make a bunch of artwork and then you might not do a single piece for 2 months.
Yeah, so me, it's different too because I'm also a writer, poetry mostly.
So your creativeness comes in different flows.
I've self-published 5 collections of poems now, and in our transition when we left Florida, came back here to the north and stuff. I had to get all my studio and all this set back up, and I really haven't been able to work. I think I only worked on one of my paintings once since I've been back. And I think part of it is like I'm now going back into a writing phase. Mm-hmm. That's kind of what happens to me, at least when I picked painting back up, because art was something, I did my whole life, but I didn't go to school for it. It wasn't something I studied.
Neither did I.
Something I just
my mom and dad wanted me to.
Yeah, so it wasn't until really, I would say 2018 that I decided to even get back into it and take it more seriously and put time into it. So all the paintings like that you've seen of mine online and stuff, those are all, for the most part, maybe except for one, are all like post 2018. When I picked the brush back up after years of not doing it, I went to college, I studied English, studied writing. I wasn't really painting very much then, maybe once in a while, but not as serious as, around 2018, 2019, when that transition, something in me turned. I don't know. I think I went out of a deep writing phase, and then I kind of had writer's block. And I got to this point in my poetry, especially my mystical stuff in my poems about like God and spirituality and the universe and that sort of shit, where I didn't know how to say certain things anymore in words. Words started to fail me, and I love words. I'm very devoted to words. I love books, as you see. I love to read, but words started to fail to really say what I wanted to say, and that was kind of why I think I did pick the brush back up and started to paint again, because I found it was only through symbolism that I was really going to be able to get to that next level, not just verbal symbolism, because that's a whole nother thing too, right? Symbolism in literature, but actual symbols, right? Something pictorial, something visual, so I could push myself to a certain point. I don't know. I'm ranting now, but that's all.
No, but it all makes sense to me. Like, again, I didn't draw for a decade, and then in 2019, I found the ability financially to get a little bit of art supplies.
That's another thing too. Yeah, money. It's expensive.
People don't realize art is expensive.
It is.
Only very recently.
That's why you pay us. Seriously, like, pay artists. Like I've said this on my show before with my dear friend Caitlin, who's an artist and Brent's sister, and she's been on a couple times. But we talked about this before. Like people, they try to like get around paying artists. They try to like exchange favors, or like sometimes they'll like befriend you, and then later on they'll try to get something out of you for like a discount or as like a gift, or it's just and it's just like, pay. Look, if we're gonna make you a gift, we'll make you a gift and give it to you. Otherwise, if you and especially if you're a friend and you approach us with an offer at least. Don't have to approach us expecting something just for,
there was this dude.
We know you, or we're friends or whatever. Like, if you're really my friend, you'll at least come to me with an offer and say, hey, Dan, I don't have much, whatever, but I wanted you to do something like this. This is how much I have. Can we negotiate a price? I'll respect that more than
I agree, because like there was this dude, right? He found me on Instagram from when I went out with my sister-in-law the other week. And his first thing to me was, after we discussed the food, because we were at a restaurant, he was like, well, if you ever need someone to draw, I'll volunteer. And I'm like, gotcha. You're definitely not the kind of person I need to draw.
Because that
But
doesn't come off like that. Shows you don't value your own work. You don't value what you do. If you just say, "Hey, I volunteer to do it for free," well, then you must not be very good. Like someone's not going to.
he's a barber. He was trying to get in my pants.
That's
But-
probably.
Oh, wow.
But you say someone who may have considered his approach from a professional standpoint.
Mhm.
That aside, right? You're going to look at that, and that's what is that going to say about him as a as an artist? Like you're not going to take them very seriously if they approach you and say, "Hey, I volunteer to do this." Like,
and before we go,
probably, like you
going
said,
into
probably
that,
not. Who you
What
want.
is? I paid my brother to do this logo for $50. It's for my T-shirt company.
There you go.
I love it.
I love it.
And
That's the thing.
brother, your own brother, and you pay.
Yeah.
So that's
Mayara, what do you miss?
Like,
I saw that she said that. I missed this. What do you miss, honey? But continue, guys.
yeah, and someone who was a Tarlock's Princess says art supplies are expensive as fuck, but there are ways around it. I use a $1.50 2B pencil from Daiso. Yeah, but if you're working in pencil, of course, like that's, and I'm not saying decent quality pencils aren't expensive, but that's not the same as say working in oil paint, for example, or even the markers that Starson uses, which are very pricey. A lot of those markers are incredibly expensive.
That's why I use a hoo-hoo, because a hoo-hoo is one of the more affordable. I started out with a $50 set from Cali Art, and that's how I started learning markers. I got these. The only reason I was able to afford these Tombos was because I made a decent amount of money for a little bit of time, and I was able to slowly buy these piece by piece at different things. And a couple of family members bought me some kits. But Michael sells them in individuals. So I would go, and they're like $3 or $4 a piece. So I would go and buy them. Like, oil paint can be cheap, but the thing is, you need like
oil paint. Not good.
Yeah, but not good oil paint.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's different grades too. Like you're gonna realize that when you get into this stuff. It's the same with acrylics too. And when you grade paint, man, we're really getting into the detailed shit here. When you grade paint, a lot of that has to do with the pigment quality.
Yep, and the light fastness too.
So how concentrated is the pigment? What quality pigment is it? That sort of thing. And there's beginner levels. There's like artist grade, and then there's like professional high quality grade oil paint, which has like very fine pigments. Like Charvin is a great brand that I use. They're from France. I think Paris they make them in. Very thick, buttery oil and very, very high pigment content. So you can use a lot of mediums to thin it down. And I've had the same set of tubes. And granted, I'm not like a prolific artist. I don't bang out a bunch of paintings. I paint very slow, and I'm more about.
He does a meticulously beautiful job.
I'm more about quality than quantity, that's for sure. But those tubes have lasted me years now, like 5-6 years, because they're just so high quality and pigment content that I can just thin it out and use mediums and stretch it, stretch it because they're expensive. So I do stretch it. I also paint thin. So I paint in layers and I paint thin so I can make a tube of paint last for years. Whereas someone who's like painting impasto and using very thick brush strokes, like they're going to burn up paint like that, and their budget's going to be really high to do painting like that.
Carlock, you are 100% in this. Because they have Orion, you will get coffee eventually. Stop. I always give Orion a droplet of coffee, and now that he sees I have it, he knows exactly what it is. He wants some, so he's licking the side of the cup.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I'm overdue for my second cup soon.
I always have my one a day recently because it does help me with my tummy. But anyways,
I'm trying to like stick to one a day, but 2 a day was my norm for a while. Like I'll have my morning cup and then I'll have my later in the afternoon cup.
I don't drink coffee.
I love coffee. God, I love it.
I don't hate it, but I just don't drink it like that.
I shouldn't love it as much as I do, but
Copic, I really believe they have smaller chambers just to make you buy their replacements, because I've had black markers from nearly every other company, and their black markers last pretty damn long. And that's even with other companies who have refillable tubes. Copic sits on their laurels. They do not understand that they are not the kings of anymore. I only have one set of Copics, and it's the ones that Call Me Insane sent me that she didn't use anymore, and I'm eternally grateful that she sent them to me. But just like I said before, there is literally no difference between them and a brush pen by anyone else. And Ohuhu, I'm sorry, they're kicking ass in the marker department. If you want to learn alcohol markers, go to Ohuhu. They're not only making replacement nibs, they're making better barrels, they're making more variety
Why
of
are you
markers.
laughing, Esteban?
The name that she's the brand. Yeah.
That's something funny.
It's named Ohuhu.
It is the name, but I just
Like,
laugh because
Very serious about markers right now. Like,
I'm very serious about them. But listen, guys, it is now 3:14. I appreciate all you gentlemen joining me today on the stream. I'm going to go enjoy my coffee and caffeine up my dog. It's Ohuhu. A-O-H-U-H-U.
Ohuhu.
Ohuhu. Literally how it sounds.
Ohuhu.
And look them up on
An owl named that.
It's Ohuhu. And I'll tell you right now, they have literally everything that you could want in terms of art. Them and Arteza. Arteza.
Hooligan. It's ma'am.
It's ma'am. Yeah,
I love it.
Arteza, which is Arteza, and Ohuhu. Now, the only thing I'll
Arteza,
say about Arteza,
They do color pencils too, right? I've seen their brand of color. I never
they
used
do. I will say this: the Arteza colored pencils are good, especially if you're looking for something to learn on.
better
Here's
than
what I will tell you about their
better
markers.
than the Prisma colors.
I would say to learn on, yes.
Okay,
If you want to get advanced, get the Prisma colors afterwards.
they are nice. I like them. They blend well.
Prismas, polychromos, those are all fantastic to spend money after you've learned it, because the
That's a
problem is
good point.
Prismas are very delicate. So if you don't learn how to really properly handle a pencil, you'll destroy a Prisma color.
Yeah, you're gonna break the point constantly and keep
Um,
sharpening the pencil into oblivion.
When it comes to markers, I don't know if they have fixed the formula yet, but Arteza, I do not like their reds, yellows, and browns. Their reds, yellows, and browns bleed horribly. I will have to see if I can find it'll take too long now.
Sorry, I'm
Talking about pencils and markers, I have no idea what's happening.
Come after that, and then Edie says are Faber and Castell. So Faber Castell is also a good brand.
They are fantastic, and their paints. But all right,
I haven't
you guys will get me going for hours on it. Here's what I will tell you.
Yes,
You
we
wanna learn
are.
colors?
Thanks for having
Either
us.
go
We
to
appreciate it.
Ohuhu or go to Tombow. You can't go anything wrong on that. Otherwise, guys, thank you all for joining me today. I know it was a very different stream. We've had a lot of conversations today. Thank you all, gentlemen, for joining me.
for Brent because his friend came, so he disappeared.
Oh yeah,
in the other room.
That's okay.
Listen, you
So
guys
Brent-
are okay. I love you. Thank everybody who came on today. Guys, remember to tell the people that are important to you that you love them and to be safe. So, Esteban, Dan, I love you guys. Be
Love
safe.
you too.
Love you too.
And everybody, I love you. Be safe. Have a great day. And I will talk to you all soon.
See ya.
Bye.